right, here we are.
Welcome to the Elegant Eight Adventure Sagas!
I'm sure at some point that'll crash. Did anyone hear any echo? Was it fat?
It was
yeah.
great.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
fantastic.
Awesome. Good to
Love
know.
that.
All right, guys. So when we were last here, let's just go ahead and let's do a narrative dump. I'm sure that you all read my texts.
I did.
I
Yep.
bet. All right, let me see. Sorry, I'm on Windows. I have
But
to
I
read.
also have those in notes.
Every time we play, I have to unlearn Natural Scroll and relearn Windows Scroll, which is backwards. All right. So, following Fabric the Druid's detailed directions, the Elegant Eight made their way to Cragmaw Castle. Per his suggestion, their first glimpse of the castle, or what was left of it, is from a wooded area to the northwest of the castle. Lots of words castle in there. Oh, here comes a sound effect. I don't know why it made that sound. Oh, because of the black spider. Anyway, just after the E8 arrived, they witnessed a couple of goblins and redbrands leaving the castle. They learned that King Groll of Cragmaw Castle may not have interest in helping the black spider, at least for free. Further, the black spider seems to be looking for something called the Forge of Spells in Wave Echo Cave. Someone named Byrith seems to be acting as the black spider's right-handed person. Right hand person. Whatever. But all you know of them is that it scares the hell out of the goblins and the red brands. The goblins and red brands seem to be losing a bit of faith in the whole thing and wonder if maybe Rocksaker bringing prosperity back to the mine might not be better for everyone. So at least he's alive inside of the castle for now. After some initial noodling on how to breach the castle, that's quite the sound. Oh, I think that's the word silence. I need to turn off the sound triggers when I'm reading my narratives. Anywho, the eight decide that perhaps the front door might just be the best bet. The goblin archers standing watch seem to be spending more time sleeping than guarding the castle. The party takes advantage of this gap in operational efficiency and makes its way forward. Cyrus, in a strategic moment worthy of an inspiration point. So David, please click an inspiration point for Cyrus. That's in the main tab. Yep. Cast silence on the area, and then for the goblins, their whole day goes south. The first goblin, shot in the face, doesn't go down, but when he goes to scream, nothing comes out. In both pain and wildly confused, before he's able to figure out what's going on or wake anyone up for help, he's dispatched. What follows can only be described as a slumber party massacre. One by one, they dispatch each goblin in peaceful slumber, never to wake. Surrounded by dead goblins, in complete silence, Karen detects more goblins to the east, behind some rubble. Skylar, stepping out of the cone of silence, detects something in the room to the north. To the east of the main entrance, the E8 have detected some sort of a trap standing between them and a door heading deeper into the castle. It is the top of the fourth round. So many options, so many dead goblins, so many paths that they might take. Now, Karen, I made a boo-boo and inadvertently turned off your rage and your what's the other thing? Help me out here.
Reckless attack.
Reckless attack, yeah.
Is that it?
Yep. So you need to you can add those back onto yourself because I inadvertently changed the day. I'm like, what's this button do? And it changed the day inside of Fantasy Grounds, which expired your attack stuffs. All right. So we are at the top of the round. You guys have all rolled for initiative. You do not know what awaits you, but we are in combat. You just don't know with what yet because of many closed doors. You just know there's stuff. Now, on the map, Karen, you can see you're next to some rubble down there to the south. Off to your right, you see sort of a winding path, and that's where you had discovered some goblins in that room. You can't see any of them yet, but moving forward, you might catch a glimpse. Skylar, you and Nick Malak moved out of the cone of silence. So you are both to the north. You guys have already dispatched the goblins in the west room, the two archers, and what's ahead of you is a door. As mentioned, Noodle, just to your right, you see that little alcove You have detected that there's some sort of a trap there. None of my notes or the audio, you didn't detect what kind of a trap, but you know that there's some sort of trap in those 4 squares. Cyrus is deep in concentration, and that existing cone of silence will exist for another 6 rounds, or until he moves or breaks his concentration. We are at the top of the stack. That means, Mr. Skylar, it will be your turn. Fun fact: the only 2 that can scheme right now or talk about anything, because I messed up, is Nick and Skylar. Everyone else who's in that cone of silence, I shouldn't have let you guys communicate. And it didn't dawn on me till I'm watching this thing. I'm like, wait a minute, they can't talk to each other. So, I don't think you did a whole lot of scheming anyway, but normally at the top of the round we can scheme. You're all on your own, except for Nick and Skylar. You can form, can form a quick strategy. So I'll give you a few minutes or a few seconds to figure out what you want to do.
Hey, there's definitely a door in front of me, and we can't tell the other people. Should we back off and let people come through the door, or should we just wait till the door opens?
Now it's worth noting they can see you, right?
Where?
So they can see you. So it's silent. So the people to your south, they can see you. They see your lips moving. They see your hands waving, but they just can't hear what you're saying. It's like completely silent in that ring.
So we could do like some hand signals, like in the military, like.
Yeah, that was what I was. There's other forms of communication. Worth noting, Favia and Zippy can actually communicate with each other because they use telepathy. They're not silenced.
Right.
To my sister.
What?
To your sister.
To my sister. Happy birthday.
What?
Happy
We
birthday.
We are drinking to you.
To my sister. He raises his glass.
I'm not looking. Thank you. 53.
Oh.
All right. So, Skylar, Nick, figure out your plan. I'll give you guys another minute or so to sort of wield a plan.
All
What
right.
do you want to do?
Well, where were we headed? Were we going through that door with the door that we're standing in front of?
Yeah, which is the door? Is the door in front of Nick or is it in front of me?
Well, spin your so where you're headed. So Skylar, you're aimed south,
Yeah, I
right?
see it.
And the door is to your left, your character's left.
Yeah,
It is
the one to the left is an empty room, though, right?
Yeah, the one to the left, you guys have already. That door should be open. Yeah, that door's open. You can see in there. There's 2 dead bodies.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Do you want to go through the door or wait by the door?
I think we should wait by the door.
And be ready.
And be ready for anything that may come through there.
And just a reminder, you guys can actually do things like list. Like you're not in the silence, so any noise you make, others can hear, and any noise they make, you can hear.
Yeah.
And does anyone else look? Does it look like Nick's fading into a blurry oblivion in his camera? Or is that just me?
A little bit.
Oh, my fade. Oh, I am fading. Yeah, it's because I keep moving this way, and this camera is not very good at depth perception.
Computer no longer recognizes him as human.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
All right.
No worries.
So
It's all good.
So the new
There we
plan,
go.
I think the plan is we're going to be ready by the door, so when it opens we can attack, and then we're going to signal to the people that there's danger this way.
Yep.
All right. So
actually, let me go ahead. Well, oh no, it's your turn.
yeah, it's Skylar's turn.
So yeah.
Yep,
So I'm
it's
just
Skylar's
going
turn.
to ready for the attack.
Okay, so what are you going to do? So you're watching the door. So you're going to spin like this. And your plan is if the door opens up, you attack.
Yes.
All right. So you will attack with advantage if that door opens up. Unless someone makes a noise, in which case, that could change the recipe, but we'll get there.
I know, we're very quiet.
All right, so you're readied. Let me hit next. Oh, go ahead and end your turn.
Is the... let me just... Sorry, I got to get to that combat. I got Cyrus up too, so it's got a lot of stuff going on in my screen.
The easiest way to toggle between you guys is to click your portraits in the upper left-hand corner. So if you double-click your portraits, it'll toggle between your character sheets.
Done.
Awesome. All right, so Fabia's up. She can't hear anything. But Nick, you are welcome to move her or do whatever she's going to do.
Okay.
Now she doesn't know, and I guess I have to be fair here. The only one who knows about the guys to the possibly to the right is Karen. No one else knows that.
Karen knows the people to the right.
So Karen knows there may be people to the right. Fabia doesn't know that there's people to the right, or she doesn't know there's people to the north.
To the right of her or to the north of her.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're saying?
Oh, by the way, who discovered the Nick? Was it you that discovered the trapdoor, or was it Skylar?
I think it was. Who was that?
I don't know.
I don't remember who discovered it, but I know somebody discovered it. It may have been.
Was it Little Zippy? I didn't write that down. I just wrote that it was discovered.
Yeah, I think it was a roll. I think so. I think it was like a perception, like a group perception roll, to figure out like what our bearings were, and somebody. Oh, you know what it was? It was Little Zippy.
That's what I thought.
It was Little Zippy. Yeah, because he came in scouring the area, and I remember looking like what's at this door here, and yeah, it was Little Zippy.
So the only ones who know that door is also
right?
trapped is Little Zippy and Fabia. See how complicated silence made this?
Yeah. Yes, I do. So.
So you can either have Fabia move. So it's either she can move or Little Zippy can move. Like only one of them gets an action. Which reminds me, I've got to put Little Zippy up by her.
Yeah.
Oops. So she is 15. So I need to make Little Zippy 15 as well.
15. What?
Initiative.
Oh,
So her and Zippy share the same initiative.
I see. Okay.
So whenever it's her turn, it's either her or Zippy, not both. When it comes to combat.
Right. I think. I'm gonna keep Lil Zippy here. Fabia. Trying to think. I think I'm gonna send. I think I'm gonna put Fabia down by Karen.
All right. So move where you want to move.
Okay. I think it's gonna be something right there. Oh, you gotta move. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you gotta move.
I gotta move
properly.
over. Yeah, so I gotta move here. Is that? I'm trying to. Oh, right there. There it is.
And that's 5.
Yep. And then. There's a lot of death in here.
And she's totally silent.
Yep.
And by the way, I'm happy to remove the dead bodies visually if that would help you guys out. Unless you like watching your victories.
Will the loot go with it, or will the loot stay there?
There is no loot. They didn't drop anything.
Oh, okay.
They were sleeping.
Oh yeah, that's right. And then here.
My glasses cleaner is right in there.
All right. So
And right here.
All right. So as Fabia steps onto the corpses of the goblin slumber party, off to her right, plain as day, she sees Goblin. Hold on. Goblin. Drug. Boss Yeg. Goblin Stank. What else did you see? And
Say Goblin Stank?
and Goblin Hurl.
Oh yeah. Time for some ass kicking.
Mm-hmm.
So the good news is they don't see her yet,
Yay.
right? You don't know what's going on, but it seems like they're milling around. They're doing something in there. She sort of sees what looks like a banquet hall. Matter of fact, I'll give you a little bit of official narrative. The western portion of this large hall ends in a wall of rubble. That's what you're looking through, but with the range still intact. This must have been the castle's banquet hall. With a soaring ceiling 25 feet high. 2 large wooden tables with plain benches stand in the middle of the room. A brass brazier full of glowing coals is tucked into the corner. Dirty dishes, half full stew pots, and moldy heels of bread and gnawed bones cover the tables. So these guys are doing something, whether it's meal prep or having just eaten, you don't know exactly what. It's a very weird thing to witness because all this is movement sort of happening. No one's noticing her, but it's completely silent. Right? So it's like watching a movie with the volume all the way down.
Uh-oh. There it goes.
All right,
My
so
fantasy grounds wasn't responding for a second.
it's doing that a lot lately.
Okay.
And Wizards of the Coast just announced that they're going to be releasing their own client for Dungeons and Dragons, so that could be weird and interesting. Anyway, all right, so you've moved. I think her entire movement, right? She can go through. Oh, you can go 5 more feet.
5 more feet. I think I'm gonna stay here.
All right.
I would like to. Is there? Let me see. I have a hide trait, but it's only like. I have a hide move, but it's only. Whoops, wrong person. It only allows me to do it in like natural phenomena: falling snow, mist, heavy rain, hidden foliage.
Yep. I mean, the only thing that you could possibly do is
Just ready.
well, ready or hide in bodies, but that would take your action.
Yeah. I would like to at least do some sort of like cover so that when they turn around they don't inherently see me since they're in another room.
No, she's surrounded by beds and bodies, so just tell me what you want her to do.
Yeah, so I'll just hide. So which
All
I
right.
think it's a skill, it looks like.
Yep, it's
We'll
a
need
skill.
to apply these. So
Oh wait, where's hide?
it's right down here in my general actions, so I'm just gonna roll.
Yep, hit it. Oh, she's hitting. Yeah.
All right.
So Karen, you see Fabia sort of silently make her way down, and like weirdly, she just starts sort of covering herself with goblin corpses. So she's sort of wearing, she's wearing sort of a goblin pile, which is all the rage in Paris right now. All right, that will end her turn.
So end turn.
And I need to roll initiative, by the way, for the people that I just added. So, Yeg. Roll initiative. Drug, roll initiative. Pearl, roll initiative. And Stank. Good old Stank.
Got it, baby.
All right. So who is up? It is Karen. All right. So, you see Fabia silently like covering herself with corpses. In your barbarian brain, you probably aren't really connecting what the hell's going on. Or are you?
Well, I think I know there's people to the right? Like, we figured that out.
100%. Yeah, you know that for sure.
All right, so I think I can put it together. Like, people over there, she snuck down here, now she's hiding. I'm just not sure what I should do next. Let's see.
Your intelligence 12. It's not like you're a fairly intelligent barbarian, right?
Yeah, but I think I can't talk to the other people, right? Since I'm in the...
You can't communicate with them with words or sounds. Now you do know that Fabia can see you. Noodle's not looking at you. Skylar, you have his periphery, and Nick can't see you. Zippy also sees you in his periphery. Or her.
All right.
I don't, is it he or she? I don't know that we've established Zippy yet.
I think it's he. I don't know. I'd have to ask Alicia. I'm not
Let's
sure.
see. Okay, so maybe I can like hand signal, wave, gesture like an idiot to everybody that there's like people over there.
All right, so do
Can
me
you
a favor.
throw a rock at us?
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Karen, roll a 6-sided die. Just a general die into the chat window. All right, so Favia and Zippy and Skylar roll 6-sided dice and get a 4 or better. So basically, I'm just trying to make that connection, right? So you just have to you have to match or get better than what Karen rolled, because it's completely silent and you guys are focused, right? So I want to make sure that there is some chance that they may or may not get it. So
Right.
I let the gods decide.
I'm rolling it, but this is gonna be for Zippy.
Okay, Zip it is.
Yeah.
All right, so Zippy sees, and your signal that you were making, Karen, was that you're gonna there's something to the east. Was that right?
Correct.
Like fisticuffs that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't have line of sight. Like I haven't actually. Like
You
I
did.
Can't see, like,
You were where Fabia was earlier. That's when you
just-
discovered them.
Oh,
and
okay.
then-
So I know how many people are in there. Or I
Yeah, you
know
saw
how many
them,
people are-
and then you moved down there, and then you killed those guys. All right, so now Fabia needs to roll, and then Skylar needs to roll.
Favia. There she is. And this is for Favia.
Yep, 6-side.
Actually, hold on.
You said Skylar to roll a 6-sided dice?
Yeah, roll a 6-sided die. All right, so Fabia also knows that there's some stuff going down, and Fabia's not surprised, right? Because she was burying herself in
Right.
goblin bodies to sort of hide.
Right.
So you need to get a 4 or higher to have picked up on the signals that Karen was making in your periphery.
Okay. I failed.
I don't see it. Did you guys see him roll?
No.
Roll a 6-sided into, just drag a 6-sided into the chat window.
Oh, yeah, that's the problem. I was not. There we go.
Oh, boo.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Which makes kind of sense, right? Because Skylar's quite a ways away. He's intently looking at the door, right? And he's just sort of waiting for something to happen. All right, Karen. So you've gestured. That's free. That doesn't cost you an action or anything. You've now got 3 of your comrades sort of knows what's going on.
Who's spinning around? Go get him.
I'm just laughing.
Let's see. Well, I don't know. I'm just wary of busting up in there if nobody else, like if we're not all aligned. But I guess I've got a few people now, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get closer to the entrance without stepping into line of sight, and then maybe next turn we can all move in. Let's see. Okay. Maybe.
And how this will work, Karen, is I will, when you step into line of sight, I'm going to roll a 20, and see if anyone notices you. Is how that'll work.
Okay.
All right, so there you are. So what you see, because you're being aware, you see a couple of things. You see another goblin. Goblin Glump is now visible, rolling initiative. Where else would you see? You see Goblin Porg.
Oh.
Whoa,
Roll
it's
initiative.
goblins.
Well, you are in a hideout. And you also see Goblin Horp. Roll initiative. So that's now who you see, as well as Goblin Stank. I did turn on, right?
Yeah, he's there.
All right.
Because
Good.
yeah.
And it's stinky, too.
All right. So from your angle, from the 2 of you guys, you've now identified 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 goblins. One of the goblins the one at the end of the table, near the far corner. But he's the one at the end of the table. He looks a little bigger than the others.
All right. I'm just gonna ready.
Berserker.
All right.
Oh,
So
I need to re-rage, right? You said.
yeah, re-rage in the cage, but I bet no one will know that reference.
Rage in the Cage. Who was that? Jay Giles band?
Yep.
Ashy
I guess so.
And
No, it
all
was
of
the
that
J. Giles
raging
band.
was done in pure silence.
All right.
To Favia, it just looked like he was yawning aggressively.
All right. So you've all raged up. So that should end your turn.
I'm just laughing at the potential for all of this stuff to go down, and me and Skylar are just staring at a door the whole time.
I'm
He's gonna be fighting behind us.
I'm kind of
Hey,
loving
so-
that reality.
Yeah.
I do like the throw a rock idea though. Maybe somebody should try that.
Wait, how did you get a throw a rock idea? Did someone say that out loud?
No. Watch the tape. It won't.
Oh yeah,
Say it,
I think we probably referenced it a couple of times.
All right. So who's up?
Me.
Yudo.
So,
All right. So Noodle, you don't know there's a trap to your right.
right.
You don't know what's happening behind you, but you do see that Skylar and Nick seem sort of intently staring at that door.
At the door with the brown box. Is that what we're talking about? Or is there one in front of them? Because I'm out of line of sight. It's all dark. Where they are. You see what I'm saying?
No.
Oh, so like for what she is
I don't
seeing
see
on
a
her
door.
map, she's not seeing the door. That we're just staring
yeah.
at the darkness.
You would see. So you would see beyond them. You would see there's a door, like one slot ahead of Nick.
Okay. All right. So I don't know what. I'm thinking I want to see if I could figure. Can I try a perception to see what kind of a trap is where that little cul-de-sac place is to the right of me?
Yeah, you could do detect traps.
Okay. Where would that be? Gee.
I think it is.
It's under skills,
Oh,
right?
no, it's It may be like an investigation or a. I think it is a perception actually.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Because I think detect traps is an actual like thing.
Yeah, and she doesn't have detect traps. So
I
perception,
don't.
awareness of surrounding, keen sense. All right, so roll a perception check.
All right. Did it go? Did you see it?
I did not.
It was a 20.
Oh.
Sure was.
It was. I did it from my little skill,
It's her birthday, man.
right?
Oh,
It
yesterday
really was a 20, I swear to God.
All right,
I swear to...
text
But
me a
let me
photo.
do it again.
No, text me a photo, and I'll trust you that it's 20. But later on, I'll check the photo, and I'll know if my little sister was
No
lying.
photo. I wouldn't lie to you.
Yeah, you have to drag.
Try it again.
You have to drag it into the chat window.
I did.
There it is.
One. I
50.
swear to God, it was your 20 the first time. Fine.
All right. All right. So let's see here. Trap. Need to get back to my place.
Siblings.
Right?
All right.
It
To be fair, I have a younger sister, and yeah.
I wouldn't lie. This is
All right.
serious business.
So you were actively searching, and you had to get a 10.
Oh, then I'm not complaining anymore.
So basically, look. you're looking at that little alcove, and you're thinking to yourself, "There's a lot of doors there. Something seems a little fishy." And you notice this little wire running along the floor, little tripwire, right? It's easily avoided, and it's easily disarmed. And the only thing to disarm it that you need to do is to roll a 20, and not get a 1.
Don't
Whoa.
no pressure.
That's always the caveat. Just don't roll a 1.
Okay, I have a 20. Here we go.
Drop it into the chat.
Mama needs a new pair of shoes. Oh my god!
Oh my god! No! That's so epic. It's our birthday.
Noodle.
So much for the silence.
So Noodle, I just wanted to throw this out that you have an inspiration point. Would you like to use your inspiration point and re-roll that dice?
Do it.
Yeah, let's see how well that goes. Let me get rid of that. Let me.
Yeah, clear your inspiration and roll the die.
How funny would that have been if I blew up in the cone of silence? Though?
Now it'll be more funny that so the rubble this trap is not in the cone of silence. Yeah.
Right.
So,
oh shit. Okay.
So let's see if you roll a 1 again. That's like just don't get a 1.
I got to do it because now I need to.
Yeah, you have to re-roll, or you triggered it.
You got it, Noodle. You got this. Yes!
All right.
Yeah, 1 + 10. I love it.
So no one sees this, but Noodle reaches down to she sees this wire. It's so obvious, and all she has to do is clip this wire, and she misses, and you hear it goes just outside the silence. But that's okay because time rewinds, and she snips it, and boom, the trap is now disarmed.
Boom. There is no boom.
My turn on that because seriously.
I was gonna have to roll 3d6 of damage on you.
Oh my god.
That is wrong.
But the people in the cone of silence would not have heard anything. We just would have seen, if anybody was facing the general direction, Noodle would have just blown backwards for no reason.
Well, the rest of the castle would have heard like this giant crash, and you guys would have heard nothing, and just been standing there like this.
And every one of those green goblins.
Basically all the doors, except for the one that everybody's going to be pouring through because.
All right. I erased the trap that you guys that Zippy had detected, so now there is no longer a trap. But other than Noodle and Zippy, no one knew there was a trap there to begin with. So, like, as far as you guys are concerned, no harm, no foul.
We're just like, yeah, whatever.
I had to play that off.
All right, Noodle. So it should be not your turn anymore.
I ended.
Okay.
Right.
So you're not moving or anything, right? That was it.
I'm gonna stay right there for a minute.
Well, I'm gonna move you
I don't know
to.
what's
You had to be here to disarm, so I'm putting you right there.
Oh, okay.
Right. Okay, so Goblin Horp. I'm gonna roll a 20, and let me close this. Oh, let me give you guys the experience. You get the experience for the trap that you disarmed. So hold on one second. Let me go to your character, your party sheet.
Nice.
Experience, and I will drag that onto your sheet.
Experience.
Boom. Remind me to award the XP after the game tonight. Some of you guys are pretty close. You might actually level up. All right. So I'm gonna roll a 20, and you got a 50-50. If it's a 1 to 10, it sees you. If it's a 11 to 20, it does not see you. Damn it. So so Horp continues to sort of clean up this this banquet hall, and nothing happens. Glump's turn. So Glump would be able to see potentially Karen. Same deal. 20. Sees nothing. Right? Continues to have its back to you and nothing happening. All right. Close. Next person's turn is Nick Maylock. Now, of course, Nick, you know nothing of what's happened behind you. All you see is, you can see and hear Skylar. It's nice because your ears are no longer clogged.
Right. Like, wow.
I'm gonna. Why does some of these goblins came back?
Mine are all dead.
Oh yeah. Okay, now it died again. Weird. Okay, Nick, you're up.
All right. I am. Do I hear that she disarmed the thing behind me or no?
So you don't know what's going on, but behind you, you hear like a little ping, like the sound of a wire being cut.
Yeah, or the equivalent on real life of you getting a text or a notification on your phone.
Yeah.
What was that? Oh yeah.
Well, hopefully not quite that loud.
Yeah.
Now it is worth noting, Nick, that what you know of goblins, just passively,
right.
They're a loud bunch. There's lots of fights. There's lots of brawling. There's whatever else. So there's a certain amount of roughhousing that can go on in room to room, and it's not going to sort of draw the attention of goblins. It's not like they're a well-behaved group of people.
Yeah.
But you get a little carried away, and it's going to draw attention. But just sort of a sound here, a sound there is probably not going to draw their attention.
Right. I wish there was a way. Let me see.
To get back homeward? You wish there was a way to get back home?
Yeah.
Sorry, a little Beatles action for you.
Ooh, I know. I am going to.
You're going to run out of time, and I'm going to make you end your turn.
I'm going to use Find Familiar.
Okay.
And is there any and I don't know, I forget the role.
Well, Find Familiar. You gain the service of a familiar, a spirit that takes an animal form you choose: bat, cat, crab, frog, toad, hawk, lizard, octopus, owl, poisonous snake, fish, which is a quipper. That would be hilarious. Please conjure a fish up. A rat, a raven, a seahorse, a spider, or a weasel, appearing in an unoccupied space within range. It has the statistics of the chosen form, though it's a celestial, fae, or fiend, your choice, instead of a beast. Your familiar acts independently of you, but always obeys your commands.
Okay. I'm going to do a rat. And I want to know what's going on in that room without having to open the door up.
All right. I would have asked if how big the gaps around the door were first, but that's just me.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
Rat. Not a giant rat. Let's see here. One moment. There we go. A rat it is. Boom. Rat. Unlock. Here we go. What color would you like this rat to be?
Dark brown.
All right, dark brown it will be. Rat. R-A-T. Round and round, you think to yourself as you conjure this rat. Okay. Coming up. Gotta find the rat. Oh, not a rat, not a swarm of rats, and not a were-rat. That would be bad.
Is not as. Oh Jesus!
There we go.
Why that not enough?
And not a cranium rat. Let's see here. Here's your little ratlin. Brown, per your request. Rat. A rat has entered. There we go. Clear, close.
And I'm gonna click that.
All right. So there's now a rat. I'm gonna drag it into the combat tracker. It appears right in front of you. and you should see a rat in front of you now.
Aw.
I do. Hello, rat.
And it is friendly.
I saw the red square and I was like,
That's a big ass rat.
Okay, so that was your
You're
action.
actually talking. You can tell me what you're gonna do with the rat.
Yeah, you guys can actually chat. So the oh crap, I closed combat trigger. So the red appears. I chose a seeable one because the last time you guys conjured like a little tiny ass spider, we couldn't find him on the map. So so there you are. You have now find familiar. It is a rat.
all right. I take it the door is probably the cracks underneath the door are probably too thin.
No, you know this is a decrepit place, so there's plenty of room under the door for the rat to
All right.
crawl in.
Sounds good. I would like to go underneath. Oh, sorry.
So what I don't know, wait, where'd the rat go? There it is. I rolled initiative for the rat because it acts as a character.
Mm-hmm.
It will do what you say on its turn.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Gotcha.
that was your action. You can still move. You have movement left, but what you can't do is take additional actions. So
Okay.
you are now in control of a rat.
I love it. All right. I think that's all I'm gonna do for now.
All right.
TTFN. So
All right.
I will. Moving along.
All right. Roll them a 20 to see if it's a 1 to 10 or 11 to. Damn it! You guys have gotten ridiculously lucky with these rolls. So Yeg continues just to sort of do his thing. Nothing happening with him. Doesn't see anybody. Next up is Porg. Porg would potentially be able to see Karen. Rolling the dice. And Porg, Porg spins around, and you don't hear anything, Karen, but you see his face sort of light up, and he's clearly alerting the rest of the room.
Oh no!
So on his turn, he's going to make his way over.
Alright. There's a
Catty
lot of
corner.
goblins coming up.
Boom. So
We will smite them.
now here's something that's weird. So he's clanking his way. He's yelling, "Ah!" And he hits the edge of this silence cone. Right? And suddenly everything is like silent, and Karen sees Porg like freak out a little bit, and he's like completely disoriented. So I'm going to give Karen a single attack of opportunity on Porg. So a melee attack, just a simple melee attack on Porg, if indeed you would like to attack Porg. Before Porg sort of gets his bearings, and this is going to end Porg's turn, by the way.
No, not Porg.
All right, batter up.
Batter up.
So yeah. Porg doesn't hear anything, and he's still a little bewildered, but sees Karen sort of swing at him, as do Glump, and who else would see? Glump, Horp, and Hurl. No one else has, I think, the right angle to see that sort of thing happen. That ends Porg's turn. This takes us to Stank. So Stank, Stank's heard what's what, and is going to beeline. Now the problem is that the walkway is pretty tight, and Porg is blocking the way. So he gets to go to about here, and that's it. He doesn't have a line of sight attack. Ends his turn, and these guys are just sort of stacking up, ready to like make their way through, because no one can get through that little crevasse. And that brings us to Mr. Bing, who's out in the off the foyer, in like deep concentration. Now, mind you, the only one that he can see is Little Zippy and Noodle, and neither of them have indicated that he should turn off his silence.
All right. Yeah. So maybe I can I do a perception check? But there's nothing really to see, right?
I mean, I could tell you what you smell. Dead
All right,
goblins.
smell the stench of goblin.
I don't think Cyrus would do anything until there was an indication that like one of you guys comes and says like it gives him the thumbs up.
Right.
All right, this is the beginning of round 5. So hold on, there's one more goblin that has now been alerted. His name is Hjurm. Hjurm. Where'd Hjurm go?
I don't know where
Hjurm. Well, you wouldn't see Hjurm yet.
Is he in the kitchen?
There he is.
It looks like.
There he is. Boom. Yeah, so you can't see him, but he's in that room. So they're all alerted now.
Right.
So we can't see or hear him?
You can't hear him, no. But you can sure smell stank. I'm going to roll initiatives for the bad guys. Please roll your initiatives.
Roll your initiative. Probably gotta do with 2 characters.
Freaking 1? Again? That's okay.
Yeah.
I might have to heal somebody when it comes to me.
Yeah, it's not bad for the healer to go last.
No.
Where do I forgot.
It's on the main tab. It's been a month, so I'll cut you some slack. On the main tab, you see something called init.
Yeah.
It's in the middle there. You need to do that for both of yours. I will roll for the rat.
All right.
Ooh, 18 for Cyrus.
All right. Did you roll Fabia yet?
Oh yeah, let me do that.
Tell Fabia to hurry up with her meeting, yo.
I know, right? Okay, you just said where it was at, and now I am there it is.
Main tab.
Yep. Fabia and Lil Zippy. Ta-ta-ta. Oh my god. Well.
All right, so Little Zippy gets Fabia's roll, so that's okay.
Yeah.
And Fabia rolled a 11 and 11, so Zippy gets an 11. But you only get to choose one of those.
Right.
Did everyone roll? Did Cyrus roll? Yeah, Cyrus rolled. Skylar, Karen. All right, we're all rolled up. All right, that means we're at round 5.
Round 5?
Noodle, you are up first.
What? Well,
You got
honestly,
you got a 19.
I got a 1.
No, you got a 19.
Yeah.
It says 19.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I am older now.
Yeah.
That's weird. All right. So I technically do not know what's going on behind me.
Not unless you look.
Right.
And which is
Right,
is
so-
fair game.
I'm gonna turn around. Oopsies.
Okay.
Just because it's been a minute. However, I'm not gonna move. I'm just gonna stay where I see what's happening. Maybe I'm ready.
So you
Just in
see.
case.
So what you see is Zippy behind you. You see
Right.
half of Karen sort of aimed towards a pile of rubble.
Yeah.
And you see maybe the toe of Fabia in that sort of guard room to the west. Other than
So
that, you don't see anything else. And that's passive. You don't. That's not even an
Honestly,
action.
I would have no idea and I don't want to go through this because that's trapped. And until I can tell them and get a decision, I don't want to go through there because if it was trapped, there's a reason.
It was trapped. It's no longer trapped. Yeah.
Right, but there
you do
was a
see.
reason.
Yeah, you do see. There's a door to you see. There's a door off to the east, right? And there's a door off to the east on that wall, and then there's sort of on that south wall to your left is also another door. Is what you see.
I'm going to stay where I am right now.
All right. Are you going
So I'm
to
gonna
aim in
end
that
my
direction?
turn.
Are you going to ready yourself, or just going to be done?
I am gonna ready. Just, I don't know where to find that. Combat.
It's under actions, but also it's just you can just say you're readied.
I am readied, and I'm also facing down because I do see Karen, sort of up in arms. So I'm just gonna be ready, and I'm out of the way. So if people have to get around me or whatever, I'm pretty good.
Okay, so you're ready. You're ready for whatever might come at Karen, is what I'm hearing.
Yes, because I am not facing up now, right?
Okay. Yep. All right. Goblin hurl.
Shit. Something's gonna come at me at that door.
So Goblin hurl. You guys just sort of like, well, you don't hear anything because it's silent. Nick sort of hears someone coming around, and for his action, he's at this, in this room. Nick, you hear like sort of like a click, 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 like someone was trying to disarm something, and nothing was happening.
I knew it.
Wait, on the other side of the door?
Yeah. So what you hear is sort of behind you, like just this sort of like what was probably at one time this goblin was there was a trap. Someone's just disarmed it, and this door opens up, and out pops Hurl. And happy birthday,
you, Hurl.
And happy birthday. Hurl has this really weird moment where he steps in front of the door and everything goes silent. The door opens silent, and then he steps forward, and like he can hear again, and it's pretty weird. Now, what's interesting, Noodle, is I need you to roll a 20.
Do you?
Yeah. And you need to get an 11 to 20 to notice Hurl.
This is the worst thing. You're a mean boy.
Oh, you don't.
Noodle. We all have faith in you.
So
It's your birthday.
Noodle's like just focused so hard on Karen that she doesn't feel the scimitar come smashing down upon her head.
Okay.
Oh no.
God.
And what's interesting is it doesn't do a lot of damage, and she feels it, but she doesn't hear a damn thing. Right?
That's weird.
Now, Nick, you hear a door open, but you don't hear any clobbering, because the clobbering's happening literally inside of the silence, right?
Right.
None of you in the Cone of Silence have any idea that Noodle's being attacked.
Oh no.
Yeah, and Skylar, you have periphery, so you need to roll a 20 and get an 11 or higher to, in your periphery, see what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
All right.
So you're gonna watch it.
All right, so that is. Oh, is that? No, I'm sorry, Skylar. So Skylar, Skylar does see Noodle get attacked. Doesn't hear it. It's really weird. He sort of hears this like whoosh, and then weirdly silence, and then like a little bit of blood splatter, and that's it. That is
Meanwhile,
Hurl.
Cyrus is watching.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. So Cyrus can totally see you being attacked. 100%. So
Can't do anything.
So you guys are going to collectively can play for Cyrus. Be thinking about what Cyrus is going to do on his turn, which is now.
All right. So I can see, right?
You can. Skylar can see, but he can't do anything. Cyrus can see, but it's like he's concentrated. So if he does anything, that silence goes away. If he moves, if he breaks his concentration, that takes an action. Like basically anything other than like he's aware that Noodle got hit, but that comes with the silence territory.
This is true. Well, so here I know no one can talk.
Leave. I'm good.
But I was gonna say, like, I know no one can talk, and I know some goblins aren't aware of this. But the moment I see one goblin, I would think the game's up, right?
So Cyrus sees this. Okay, so this is the first time there's been an aggression on your party. So my thought would be that Cyrus would see that this goblin has attacked, and the jig is up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I would think that.
That's what I think. But because he's not here to say that for sure, this is where you guys can, as I said, you can collectively play Cyrus. Like, what do you guys think? Do you think that Mark would have Cyrus break his spell because the healer's getting attacked and run to her aid?
So.
Or do you think that he would think there's still benefit? Because, by the way, he knows nothing about all the murdering you guys have done. Like, he's just been concentrating. He can't see anything.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, I'm gonna wait around, and then I'm gonna wait around and see how it plays out, and then I attack next round.
I think that's probably what Cyrus would do.
I think so. He would be like, he would think a lot about it.
Yeah.
All right. So, Glump sees this sort of train wreck below him. He's in this room, and he's going to head out the north door. And that's 10 to there, and then squeezing past Hurl. Because he can't go to the front, so he goes out here. It's another 5, that's there. And he comes rushing out, and he's right here. Now,
oh shit.
Noodle, you're aware of Glump, so you actually
I am.
and he's not aware of you, so you can take an opportunity attack on him. Because he's now between you.
I think I will.
So I'll give you an attack of opportunity.
What do I do? Then just smack him?
Well, it has to be melee, yeah. So it has to be a melee weapon. So for you,
it's my scimitar, right?
Yeah. Which the first time I played this game, I pronounced as Schmiter. So nothing like a dyslexic DM.
All right, I'm gonna roll. Wait, I have to roll it on him, right?
Okay, so so you take, you don't attack as much, right? So where it says you drag the attack onto him, so little dice, right, onto him.
Glump?
To Glump.
Okay.
Yeah, because you don't get an opportunity attack on Hurl. Like that's already there. And you hit. Now you can roll. Now the next to it, you see there's D6 slashing.
Yeah.
Roll that. Now drag that onto him. The words.
2.
All right. So Hurl is now hurt. Now, of course, that was because he was surprised that was the end of his turn. But that brings us to Porg. So Porg raises his scimitar.
Where's he?
He's down south.
And Mrs. Karen. So he's gonna stay within range, squeezing around Karen. To where he's at, and is like surprised to see. Actually, he wouldn't see Fabia. Like Fabia is just buried in goblin bodies. But yeah, Karen doesn't get an opportunity attack because there was already that awareness. But he's just trying to sort of clear the way for the other goblins to get in. And on that note, Drug pushes past, pops into play, and immediately brings his scimitar down upon. Man, it's so hard to target. So much clutter. Hold on. I'm gonna have to remove dead bodies, sadly. Delete from Tacker. Oh no, I can't do that. Who's this? This is Glack. Glack. Where's Glack? Delete from tracker.
He's gone.
Delete from tracker. Yeah, I've got to get rid of the dead people because it's too hard to target because they show up as a target. Oh my god, you guys killed so many people. All right, and I think I got one more. Is it all the dead?
I don't see anymore. Bring out your dead.
All right, so the dead have been brought in. All right, so now on that note, where was I? Goblin Drug. Yeah, so Drug There he is. Goblin drug, scimitar, attack, Karen, on the noggin. I can target.
Shit.
And it is a hit. Damn.
Okie dokie.
How are you?
Shit.
How is that a critical hit? That's insane.
Wow.
Oh my god! I criticaled him myself. Hold on.
That's awesome.
Did
All
you?
right. That goes on Karen. That goes on Karen. Because they're so everything is so close. I drug onto the wrong thing. So where'd Karen go?
That's not going to be a critical.
Whoops. I don't know why I'm rolling initiative again.
Yeah, please don't.
Sorry.
Karen, wound 7. All right, so Karen's. I was gonna say like 7 shouldn't have made Karen critical. That just was a little boo boo. All right, and that ends his turn. Zippy.
Okay.
You can either do Zippy or Fabia. It's your call.
Let me see.
I know it's a tough
She
one,
would
right?
get, but
Yeah.
she would. Oh, I can't talk because I'm.
You cannot talk. No one can guide him. He has to fail and kill his wife's favorite thing in the world, all on his own.
Oh, no.
I wonder if D&D's ever led to a divorce. I'm sure it has.
No, I'm gonna do Favia.
All right, then
That's smart move.
then advance
And-
it to Fabia. Here we go.
Yep.
It's now Fabia's turn.
Thank you. And she is going to. God, I'm trying to find her. She has fighting styles and spells, but she doesn't have any like rapid attack or like dual attack or true shot. Like none of that is on her action tracker, and that is bugging me.
Shouldn't it be there?
Yeah, it should be there, but it's not. But it's all like it looks like it's all spells, like spells and cantrips. It's not like nothing to actually do with like fighting moves for some reason. I don't know why it's not.
Is
Maybe
it under?
it just
Is it under abilities?
natural explorer, favorite enemy, mask of the wild, light armor, medium armor, pants, flute, shields, elvish, undercommon.
You
common.
use pan flute.
Yes. Yeah, pan flute in silence.
That would lead to dialogue. That would be the lead
That
to
would
divorce.
lead to Zippy's demise immediately. I'm going to come out of the death work, as it were, and I'm going to attack.
All right.
Porg.
All right.
Am I too close? I'm too close to shoot.
No, I will give it to you.
Okay. So then I will fire a shot.
Isn't that doesn't she have the element of surprise too? Because she was under dead people.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage. How's that sound?
Okay.
Nice. Well played, Noodle.
Yeah.
All right. Jesus. Are you kidding me? Oh my god.
And so Fabia raises her bow, and thinks, "What would Nick do?" And then it just falls right out of the.
Yeah, exactly. Right out of the Nick Malak playbook.
So you do
Missed
have
entirely.
you do have your move. If you move away,
Oh, she
for-
has inspiration still. She has 2 inspiration points.
so you got to ask yourself: Does she want you to re-roll that?
Do it.
I mean, you guys are welcome. Honestly, you guys are welcome to help Nick
Our
out.
group, Leroy Jenkins speaking up for us.
If you re-roll, you'll re-roll with advantage. Still, because it's a do-over.
Yeah.
I'll give you 10 seconds to decide, and then I'm going to advance the turn.
All right. If she's mad at me, she's mad at me. But we're kind of becoming surrounded here, so I'm gonna I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use the inspiration.
All right.
You know, in my defense, she's probably forgotten that it's even there.
Yes, we won't say anything.
Yeah, sure she won't watch the video.
Yeah.
Hi, Fabia.
Hi. All right.
All right, roll with it. Roll with advantage.
Come on. Thank you, God.
All right. So you know,
right.
time like blips and rewinds, and Fabia like hits this thing hard. So make it count, Mr. Nick.
All right.
Yeah.
So it may have been
Yes.
worth an inspiration point. You guys, you know, don't hear a thing. But
Can't
like
stress that enough.
yeah, but Karen's like sees like this like flesh and pork bits sort of like fly and splatter all over Drug. And that ends Fabia's turn unless she's gonna move. But he would have active opportunity.
No, I am. That is all with Fabia that I'm gonna do.
All right.
For now.
Skylar, it's been a long time, but you are up. In front of you is the rat.
No, Goblin, jump.
Are you doing it with a ranged weapon?
Yeah.
All right. If you fumble, you'll hit Nick unless you move.
Oh, I'm not gonna fumble. I don't think so.
Send it.
My only job is to instill doubt in each of your rolls.
Hold on 1 second. I'm going to my actions.
Actions and then drag the dice on top of him.
Skylar, I have full faith in your. Oh my God!
Inspiration point! I have to do.
Okay. So.
Actually, no, wait. I can use my luck thing. I'm gonna use my luck thing.
Oh, you son of a bitch. So you have a luck point? You have a luck point?
Thank Christ.
It's critical combat time.
I am
All
made
right.
out of paper mache right now.
So you're lucky.
I know.
Okay. So I was excited about you rolling damage against Nick Maylock. So you've used your luck point. This is a true do-over. You have to take the shot. You have to take the shot.
It's on.
Re-roll.
After I just
What are the odds of 2 ones?
After I just said I have full faith in your ability.
So not only
Yeah.
so time rewinds again. You guys are rewinding time a lot. The Star Trek crew would be proud of you.
Yes.
And you hit. So what kind of damage? Wait, you hit Nick Maylock.
No. I have the Goblin guy targeted.
Yeah, but you accidentally drag on Nick. But as long as you gave the damage to the Goblin, that's what matters. Okay, yeah, you're good. Yeah, somehow you dropped the dice on top of Nick, but I'll let it count. All right, so, yeah. That was awesome.
Oh my God.
So just for the record, 2 times tonight, you just didn't want to get a 1, and there've been 2 1s rolled in those moments.
Oh my God.
That's
the best
true.
is Noodles roll.
Awesome.
Noodle, it's supposed to be your birthday.
Okay, Skylar, you can move if you want. There's no active opportunity. If you want to move anywhere, you're welcome to move. So unless you move past Glump, in which case he would get an opportunity attack.
I can stay here. I can keep getting shots off.
Nick has this foreboding feeling that like he doesn't trust you quite as much, but he doesn't know why. And I will say that those of you outside of the silence ring heard a satisfying splurk when the arrow connected, and those within the ring heard nothing.
Okay.
All right, it's the rat's turn. What do you want the rat to do? It's your command.
Well,
I want to. It does have 1 hit point, by the way.
Yes.
Okay.
I am going to send him into that room with actually I forget how many. He's a small, so is that 30 or 40?
He can move 20 feet.
20 feet. Okay, so there's 10. Because it looks like I gotta go around some rubble here.
All right, that's 10. Now, is he gonna do a perception or whatever once he's done that first move, or what do you guys have? What do you have him do?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do a perception check here, just to kind of get the lay of the land, if he notices, or if I notice through him anything.
All right. So, wait, the rat can't tell you that though, can it? How's that work?
Yeah, he's my familiar, much like Zippy is with.
Okay.
With.
So, for passively, what you see is like this rat sees like these old casks of salted meat and sacks of rotting grain, sort of filling this sort of what seems to be a storage area. Among the supplies, you see a bloody suit of chainmail, a heavy crossbow, and an unsheathed longsword with an emblem of Neverwinter, sort of worked into its hilt. What the rat also sees is, excuse me. Looking around, he sees there's a door to the west of him. There's Hobgoblin Hork and Hobgoblin Hojo. Now, it's not uncommon for them to see rats, and also Hobgoblin Glurk.
Jesus.
Right? Now, I need to roll initiative for the three of them. Hold on. Hojo and Hork. Now, none of them are aware of you, from what you know from this rat. And that's probably a good thing. They're just sort of hanging out. Again, it's not uncommon for them to hear much of nonsense going on, right? He also sees... actually, roll a perception check for me from the... or an investigate. You're having him investigate. Roll an investigation check for the rat.
All right, I'm just gonna roll a 20. Oh, he doesn't see shit.
Well, I mean, but he might have had an advantage. Let's see what. Let me look and see what his investigation.
Did you want me to roll a perception check? You said.
No, not this is not for you. This is for the rat.
It's for rat.
So yeah, you want to roll perception. Hold on. Let's go.
Oh, do you want me to? Does he have the
Yeah.
same? Because he's gonna have the same skills I do.
No. He
Right?
he gets the familiar gets the characteristics of the
Of the rat.
of the rat. So
okay.
So the rat. So I'll roll this for you. So
Okay.
All right. So he's got an 11. Okay. So what he sees, that's good enough. So he sees off in sort of the corner, the southeast corner. So he sees this backpack that looks like somebody's gear. Now he doesn't have cognizance to know, but you do know that you were looking for some gear. Right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
As well as he sees ahead of him some sort of a barrel of ale, it looks like, and off on the table there seems to be some sort of a glass of brandy or something. He can't tell. He's a rat, right? And that's with that roll and that perception. That's all this rat can tell you. Now,
Okay.
Hobgoblin Gork and Hobgoblin Glurk have taken a keen interest in this rat because while it's not uncommon to see a rat, it is also not uncommon for them to stomp on rats. But not
All
on this, not right now.
Okay. Well, shit.
So he still has some movement left. He's a
Okay.
rat, so I'm not going to give them opportunity attack on him. So he went 5,
10 feet?
10, 15. He has 5 more feet of movement if you want to move him someplace.
Okay. I'm gonna move him towards this door here.
All right. Cool. So he's like up against a door, and it is open, and because the door was already open, and so he now sees Hobgoblin Frap. So there's a world of hurt ahead of you guys right now. So that's Frap, and let's roll his initiative. And now these guys are not in combat with you, and he also sees right through the door Hobgoblin Fork. So Fork. Now don't forget, you guys are doing. I know that it's probably like, oh my god, there's so many goblins and whatever else. You have a rat doing reconnaissance. there's not an awareness of you. These guys existed whether you knew they were there or not.
Mm-hmm.
Plus,
Right.
we're in a cone of silence still, so.
Well, you guys
Right.
don't know anything. Like Nick knows this, and actually, he's the only one who knows this. All right, now the rat does have an attack. It does also have an advanced sense of perception.
Mhm.
And this is passive. Let's see here. So he sees those two goblins, and I think just passively, because he has this, advanced sense of perception being a rat, he does notice that there's some sort of a chest in this room with them, but that's about it.
Okay. Since he's my familiar, can I? Oh Jesus! Hello. Can I sense like anything of like important in terms of weaponry or armor on any of these goblins?
So roll a nature check, and it'll have to. All you're gonna have to beat is like a 3.
Okay.
Because if this is one of you, I wouldn't even make you roll. But since it's a rat,
Right.
okay. So these aren't goblins; these are hobgoblins.
Okay.
So like hobgoblins are a goblin's badass, uncle.
Right. Like the
Right.
ones we saw in Lord of the Rings.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're a little
Okay.
they're going to be a little tougher than the goblins that that you guys are fighting right now.
But like in terms of their armor, like is there any? I guess anything to tell me whether or not they could be like any sort of mages or do any sort of like magic wielding or anything like that.
Oh. Yeah, these all look like fighter types.
Okay.
To the rat's little brain, that's about all they can pick up. And is Fabia joining us? I just saw her peek around behind.
Yeah, she will be. I think she will be joining us momentarily.
Tell me when I need to
if
clear ownership from her characters, and I will.
Okay, will do. Hang on. Okay.
And that's the end of your rat's turn. I think that's you've sort of expended, unless you want him to attack.
No, I'm not gonna. No, he was purely another set of eyes where I didn't want to or couldn't be.
Interesting. The way the rat attack seems to work is that it automatically hits, and it just does 1 damage of damage. It does 1 point of damage every time it bites.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Then click next.
Mm-hmm.
And this brings us to selfishly Nick Maylock.
All right.
I'll hit next for you.
Okay.
Ooh,
Well, I
what
did
was
it.
that rat all about?
And you guys can talk.
Mm-hmm.
But if
Yeah,
you do talk,
okay.
there's a risk that the hobgoblins will hear you.
Right. So I'm going to whisper to Skylar. I was like whatever we do, we need to keep it down because there are much bigger goblins on the other side of this door right now.
You have no idea how big these goblins are.
Oh shit.
Yeah, don't forget, the goblin to you, right behind you can hear you whisper.
Wait, can you?
Fair
Because he's
enough.
half in the cone of silence.
Nah, he's half out as well.
Right.
I'm,
I forgot that he was like standing right behind me. Because I was focused on. I was in the zone of rat.
Now, I will say that you now know there's a goblin behind you, just so you know, because you
Yes.
didn't know up until this point.
So,
Nice job. Well done.
much like the Ted Lasso moment where they stumble across. If anybody gets that reference, but like it scares the living shit out of me. And I swing around. Hang on, if I can figure it out.
you swing around.
Now, I do want to point out that the way this initiative roll at the top of the combat tracker worked out, the
Yep.
next 4 attacks are all goblins. Pretty exciting.
Yeah,
Hey,
we-
Fabia, let me clear your character. As soon as I see you join, I'll clear your character so you can claim them.
Hello. David, did you install Fantasy Grounds on this computer?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's not
because I
on
can
there?
find it. So I will work on that.
Okay, so
Well,
you work on that. You can still control your character. We'll just sort of tell you what's happening.
So as of right now, Alicia, the cone of
Yeah.
silence, the wall of silence still exists. You
I can catch her
attacked a
up.
goblin. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I can, yeah. That way you can
First,
think
you
about
were buried
what you're gonna do.
under
Next.
some dead bodies.
Yeah. So
Fair
you
enough.
moved into a room. You buried yourself in dead bodies, and sort of waited for your opportunity. You had a goblin porg come upon you, and you attacked with advantage and managed to fumble. So you burnt one of the inspiration points, which was well spent, and got an advantage attack, and then did some serious damage to porg. It's because your inspiration gives you a reroll. What you've missed is at every moment when the only thing that the person doesn't need to roll is a 1, they've all seemed to roll a 1. Yeah.
Well,
it's been bananas. So that brings us to Nick Maylock's turn.
Yes.
And you were attacking Glump, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I am attacking Glump.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to pretty much shove a actually no, I'm not. I am going to Scorching Ray.
Scorching Ray, that sounds like a rockabilly band.
Yeah, right?
Cliff, I expected a bigger smile from you, my musical counterpart here. All right. So, all right. Scorching Ray, go for it.
Yep, Scorching Ray on. Oh my God! Are you serious right now?
Ray
Hold
on
on.
self.
Wait, the GM, the GM immediately looks to see if you have inspiration. Nick Maylock does not have inspiration points. So, title, do better. You must make a successful DC 10 plus your level con save, or your attack spell only deal half the damage for the remainder of the encounter.
Oh, no.
Yes!
Oh, for the remainder of the encounter?
Oh, yes, and there was like a 500 people. So you need to...
God. Ah, Jesus.
We've had such bad rolls tonight. It's unreal.
This is ridiculous.
All right, so you need to roll a 20. I'm sorry, you need to roll a Constitution, and your level is 4. So you need to get a 14 or greater, or everything you do deals half damage.
So
It's
roll
still
my.
more than no damage.
So what do I need to do? Roll a Constitution.
Is that
Roll
a
a
one-time
Constitution.
roll?
A Constitution. What's that?
Is that a one-time roll, or every time he goes to do something? That
For the
Every
remainder
time-
of the encounter.
Every time I go to do something.
So until you guys wipe out this combat tracker, it is half damage.
Oof. Oh!
Oh man, where's my sound effects? Let's see. Where's my sad trombone? Damn it! I don't have sad trombone anymore.
Oh wait, no, that's 5. Yeah, I need to not. I was like, oh, I have an inspiration point. No, I do not have an inspiration point.
Wait. Why did you roll with Fabia?
Oh, did I roll with Fabia?
Oh Christ!
Why did I roll
Mr.
with
Nick.
Fabia? Oh Jesus!
You need to
Okay.
roll with yourself because it's a different constitution.
Yes.
No, I'm toying making you roll with disadvantage, but because I'm being gentle tonight. Son of a biscuit.
Whew.
I'm not going to make you take. Can you roll it again just to humor me to see if the disadvantage would have been beneficial? I'm not going to make you stick it. You pass.
Yeah.
I'm just
No, you're
curious
fine.
if it would have mattered. No.
Nope.
Okay, you'd have been fine either way. All right. Plus that extra roll that emptied your queue, so your next roll will not be a 17.
Okay.
So Nick, your gods smile upon you, right? And you in your head you hear your god, you hear your god say,
Everyone gets just one.
and that was that. So you got lucky. But it was a miss, and your turn is over.
It's over. Yes.
Damn it.
Ah,
Having the
shit.
spellcaster at half damage the rest of the combat would have been glorious. Oh, where's Stank at? All right, so Stank, I'm looking at the situation, and I think Stank's going to move forward then he's going to risk not getting a 1. He's going to try to shoot with his short bow. And he's a goblin, so he's going to risk. Like, if he hits Drug, then he doesn't give a shit. So he's going to attack. So unless he gets a 1, if he gets a 1, he has to roll damage on the other goblin.
1.
And it's a miss.
Oh, thank Christ.
Ends turn. Goblin Horp. Where's Horp at? Jesus.
There's a
All right.
fucking one of them right now.
Yeah, so Horp, you don't even see Horp. You just hear some shuffling. And actually, no, you don't hear anything because it's silent. Horp's going to make his way around here. Let's see here. Hold on, what is it? 5, 10... 15, 20. Oh, I gotta open the door. And then that would be 30. All right. So Harps turns over. You guys have no idea what he's doing. This brings us to Hork. Where the hell is Hork? Ah. So Hork's in the room. Like, Hork's in that room, and he sees this rat. And he's just gonna try to stomp on the rat. Or he's going to try to whack it with his longsword. So, see if he gets your rat.
Seems like overkill for a rat.
I know, right? But, so, Nick, you hear like clang come from the other room, right? And
Cue Benny Hill soundtrack.
Yeah, and your rat's like, what the hell, right? But it misses, and that ends Hork's turn. And this brings us to Herm. Herm pops through here, squeezes out the door. There's not a lot of room, but he does get catty corner, and he's going to make an attack on the nude.
The nude.
The nude, yeah, that's not an appropriate thing for my sister, honestly.
I love that.
All right, Noodle. So, like, he makes an attack, and he does hit with his scimitar. Or his smiter, as I pronounced it the first time we played. And does some moderate damage. So, like, your healer is needing some healing. But Herm's turning that over, and suddenly your barbarian's turn comes up.
Come on, pal. You got this.
All right. I still have Frenzy up too, so I get.
Yeah, you should have Frenzy and Rage both, because I inadvertently turned both of them off.
Yeah. So let me. I'm gonna go.
Just
after
cleave crit and then move your way north.
Tom, what's the password for Fantasy Grounds?
Well, saying it on YouTube. No. Coffee.
Oh, twice or
3 times.
okay? I knew it was coffee. I just didn't realize it was 3 times.
Yes. That sounded good. Awesome.
Well, there was that. So, Porg explodes into bits, right?
Good.
And your barbarian, yes, he's like,
He's done with all of this.
yeah, he's like herpes, man. It just like keeps going and going and going. So. All right, so Drug, you've got that. Or Drug dies, Porg dies. Hey, I think Stank's safe, right? So Stank sees like 2 bodies fall below him, and that was the end of that. You still have your movement left. No one has an attack of opportunity because no one's within range of you. If you want to move, Garen.
I think I'm gonna stay here. That way, other people kind of have line of sight down the hallway. Because at some point, or I guess Yeg is up next, so Yeg will be heading this way.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. End your turn, and this is Yeg. So Yeg can move. You see him shoved right past. Wait, where's my little clicky thing? Clicky. Shoves right past, right under this body, and blam, right past his pal there, and hits you with his. Hold on.
Best shot.
His scimitar. Hold on. Yeah. And does connect.
Oh no.
And it was partially resisted. I got all sorts of weird errors popping up on my machine. Because, why not? Oh, pro stream. Okay, cool.
The soup's on the counter. Yeah.
All right. That sounds awesome. I have not eaten dinner, so soup on the counter sounds really good. Hey, Alicia, looks like
TJ made homemade soup. It's delicious.
That sounds like an amazing restaurant, actually.
What kind
soup
of
on the counter?
Soup on the counter does sound good. What kind of soup
It's
is
a
it?
great restaurant name.
Is it good
He
soup?
made a hearty chicken.
Oh,
So
that's...
lots of good veggies in it and wild rice. It was really good.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's much better than a stringy homeless
And
chicken.
some honey cornbread. So that was over here.
Ooh.
Miss Favia, would you like me to release your character from Nick Maylock?
You can. It hasn't loaded all the way for me yet.
Oh, okay, I just saw that you joined. That's all. I thought I saw you join.
You did. It hasn't finished loading all the way.
No worries. When you're ready, you let me know. But I wouldn't let Nick play your character anymore. All right.
Hey, I didn't. I was trying to keep from killing Zippy, which I know is the #1 priority.
All right, guys.
keeping-
we need
Oh,
to.
and is it he or she? Zippy, little Zippy.
He.
He. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
All right, making sure. Now we have the gender. I have to write that down. We're at the top of the round. Everyone, roll for initiative.
Rolling.
You can release mine to me now if you want.
I will. Let me roll. I mean, let's let her roll her own initiative because you don't want
Yes.
Nick rolling your initiative.
Yeah. You do all of that.
All right, so I'm gonna load Zippy and Favia. Okay, if you reload the character selection, Alicia, you can totally get in. And you should be able to claim your characters. Did you guys get new computers?
Go ahead.
No, this is the laptop.
Ah.
Laptop.
All right. Do we have everyone rolling?
Rolling. I rolled. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
All right.
Let me just.
I will say, at least this time's been a bit more challenging. It hasn't been this bloodbath that it was last time, where you guys just killed sleeping goblins.
We just kind of walked through the room. Yeah.
It was fun,
this
though.
is-
I when I watched that video, I had forgotten that you guys had done that, and it was funny. All right. It looks like we have all the initiatives rolled, so I'm going to start the round. Anyone not rolled yet before I go? Speak now, or you get the last initiative. 3.
What round does the silence come down on?
I'm on round 10.
Okay.
And you are in round 6. All right. Glurk had a good initiative roll, so Glurk's up first. Hobgoblin Glurk. Now, none of you are aware of Glurk, except for one sad, sad little man. The rat. Does he connect?
And myself. Ah, damn it!
Now, I don't know if you know this, but the rat only has 1 hit
Yes.
point. So,
He's
Nick,
dead.
you're, you and Skylar, you guys hear clank, splat. And
You
that,
killed Chad McCluskey.
and with that, the rat was no more. The rat was on the mat, the fat cat in the vat. I guess, do any of you guys know that story? No one has. Had to read that to their children. Glurk's, you guys hear, Glurk's a hobgoblin. So you guys hear like,
Goddamn rats. Eating the food.
And that's the end of that. So, on the plus side, like, these guys think they're in battle with a rat. The rat is now dead. Glurk's turn has ended. He's going back to his business. Skylar, you are up.
Oh, it's go time.
And you're aimed this way, right? You're aimed at the
Yeah, goblin.
goblin, yeah.
I'm gonna attack that goblin and hope I don't hit my friend.
Yeah.
So Skylar, as you sort of steady your shot, not trying to get a 1 again, you're thinking to yourself, like, you see, there's at least 3 goblins, and on their round, 1 or more of them may start to scream for help.
Silence them.
Do what?
Silence them.
How can I do that?
By killing them.
I can't kill 3 of them. But I'll try killing that 1.
Well, I would argue that Glump and Hurl can't, like, they're kind of in the cone of silence. That was our deal, was like it crossed into their thing. The only one who could really yell is Hrum. Or is Hrum.
Is Hrum?
Rum.
But
You can-
if I move
Only
in the cone of silence, will they get an attack on me?
No, because they're not aware. Like, if you moved into the cone of silence and then out of range, so like into range and out of range, they could hit you. That'd be the equivalent of you running by them. But if you run in and stop, you can attack whoever you want. You would have line of sight to Glump. Hitting either Hurl or Hrum will be harder, unless you wedge yourself. I'll show you where. You'd have to like move to here, and then you could attack.
You can go straight forward.
I'm just gonna go straight. I'll go here, and then I can hit Glum.
All right, so you're going there, and you're going after Hrum or Glump.
I'm gonna go after. I don't think I can kill Hrum right out of the gate. Can I?
Can you? See what
Do you think I should try? I guess I'll try.
Well, the only one who can answer that question is Nick, because no one else can hear you.
What's your question?
Do you think I can kill Grum with my arrow? Straight shot?
Glump?
Hurrum.
Hurrum?
Yeah.
I put my thumb up and kind of like, yeah, I think so.
I am doing it. Here we go.
Fuck, man.
Ah, shit.
So,
But I missed.
yeah, so that arrow flew like past Nick, past Glump, and past Hrumph. The good news is it didn't hit Nick this time.
Yes.
All right, Skylar, you still have movement left if you want to move. Otherwise, end your turn.
If I run by that
Can you share the map again if you get a chance?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I totally can.
Can I run by Glum, or will they be able to hit me?
You can run by him. So I'll show you. You can run as far as here without him getting a hit.
Okay, that's what I'll do.
Okay, I'll put you back there then. All right.
At least I won't hit Nick again, and then I can hit Hrum, and I can help Noodle.
Kind of. Okay, so as you walk in, it's the craziest thing. It's like, it's like when you have a cold. You're running and you hear all this battle, and then your head goes, and silence. Like complete silence. It is almost disorienting. All right, Skylar, end your turn.
I am going to end it. It is ended.
Now, you guys are collectively playing Mr. Bing. Mr. Bing is holding this cone of silence. He's seen Noodle take a couple of hits. He has seen through his eye holes. Glump, Hrum, and Hurl. He's seen Skylar come down, to sort of help out. So he knows there's some shit going down. What he doesn't know is whether or not he should maintain the silence or not. And because you're collectively going to play Cyrus, right? I don't want to put all the pressure on Steven.
I'm moving in, man. For sure.
Okay, so he's going to move?
Yeah, don't you think? Move.
I'm letting you guys sort of collectively decide what Cyrus would do.
If he moves, does the silence go with him?
It goes away. immediately.
But the guys knew we're here, right? Like it's clear.
I mean, not all of them do. As soon as he leaves, the hobgoblins are a
Have no
force
clue.
to be reckoned with. We can take care of these goblins. I think like there are 2 hands worth of goblins, but we can handle them with 2 hands. As soon as the hobgoblins find out that we're out here and the goblins, I do not recommend us that
All
cone
right.
of silence, especially like if Karen decapitates more goblins, they will hear that and come running.
All right. I'll pass it then.
Yeah.
All right. And that brings us to Hrum. So
I know.
So
Fine.
Hum screams, he screams,
Die! Die!
Uh-oh.
Oh well, shit.
he was gonna scream more than that, but I couldn't remember what the hell your race was. I forgot it was a dwarf. You ugly dwarf, and like sort of goblin racism, is rampant in the area.
Of course.
So I'm gonna roll a 20 and to see, and I'd like to do my things exposed to see if the hobgoblins hear this. So we're gonna go 50-50 again. 1 to 10 is they do not, and 11 more is they do. Oh no!
Oh god damn it! Okay.
So as he screams, Nick, behind you, you hear like, what the?
God.
All right, and now,
Shit.
delivering on his promise, he brings his scimitar upon Noodle, and almost as if with like comedic irony, you hear whoosh, silence.
I hear nothing.
You hear whoosh, silence, and then nothing. But you see his scimitar bounce off the ground, and like he's still
like
like super
Matrix.
confused. They have not quite
It's the
worked out.
Matrix in there. It's
Yeah.
slow motion.
They've not quite worked out why the hell that their sounds don't work, right? But that's the end. That's the end of his turn. Actually, would he move? I'm trying to think. No, he would move. I'm trying to play these guys as they really would. So as far as these goblins are concerned, they're getting the upper hand, right? Now, again, they are not aware of what's going on down south. And next.
And South is not aware of what's going down north, up north.
So Goblin Fork, who the rat told you about, did not hear the scream. You're okay there. Goblin Hojo did not hear the scream. You're okay there.
The rat's dead, isn't it?
The rat's dead. I don't know why he's still...
Effects. Unconscious.
Yeah, it's unconscious, so he's dead. As a matter of fact, the rat is a familiar, so the rat dies.
He would have just...
He's gone. This brings us to Yeg, the goblin boss Yeg.
Okay.
So Yeg is right there by Karen. He moves slightly to give some space, and immediately sees Fabia. Calls back,
You take the big one.
and he's going to attack Fabia because he's made room now. He's made room for Stank to attack.
But he heard nothing when he said it because it's cone sound.
Oh shit! You're right. He heard nothing. Damn. Happy birthday to you again.
Thanks, Noodle.
Completely silent.
Yep.
But Stank sees him move forward and sees him like come down upon what looked like a bunch of bodies, but then like they sort of fell away, and Fabia starts to bleed out. So it's pretty. I think it would be pretty clear to Stank what's happening. Now these guys are still like, what the hell with the sound? Like it is completely silent, and it just doesn't make any sense to them. Nick, you are out of the cone of silence.
Yeah. All right. Let me
Or as the Thompson twins said, I'm sure that only Christy knows that reference. Because she's been into the gap.
So,
God.
I have a feat that gives me double range for attack roll spells.
Okay.
And also it ignores half and 3/4 cover for ranged spell attacks. So, I am going to attack from. It looks like I'm, according to the shadowing, it looks like I'm half.
Yeah,
with
Hrum you have half coverage for Hrum and full for Glump. But if it says it ignores the half, right? So it's just a regular attack.
Yeah, so it's just a regular attack, yeah. So I'm going to do...
Does that use an action to equip it? I mean, to activate it, or no?
No, it's just a feat. It's
okay, it's a feat, okay.
Yeah. And I'm going to do... I'm gonna do a chromatic orb on there we go.
Kill the humans!
Good.
I'm gone!
It's going, I want it, it's fine!
So you guys see, well, anyone who's paying attention to Nick sees him pull out his ball, and it throbs and glows, and again, just dissipates and does nothing. And I thought this was interesting. So for my entire adult career, right, every place I've worked, I've kept this little figurine on my desk.
Oh wow. Okay.
That is a miniature from the 1981 box of Dungeons and Dragons that I got when I was an 8th grader.
Is that a wizard?
Yep.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so I played D&D like original before the advanced even came out.
Wow.
It's kind of scary. Anyway, thought that was interesting.
I didn't.
Kinda
My brother wouldn't let me.
Yeah, that's probably true. Just wanted to draw a little attention away from your chromatic orb and what could have been a really cool thing that you completely bungled. But I'll let Alicia make fun of you later on tonight about all of that. All right.
I did do a lot of setup for not a whole lot.
All right, so hit next unless you want to move.
Oh yeah. No.
Okay.
Because moving would give them attack of opportunity, right?
No, only if you moved out of range. So you could have moved here or here.
Ah, okay.
I mean, I'll let you take that move, which if you want to do either of those, it's up to you. You are in an interesting place right now.
Yeah, I am in an interesting place.
Just drooled on
You know
myself.
what? Yeah, I will. I'm gonna move down to Skylar here.
Actually, I'm wrong. I'm gonna cancel it because I was wrong. Harum, I'm canceling it, and you can make your choice. Harum would have an opportunity attack because you'd be moving out of range of Harum.
Of him, yeah, right. Well,
he would attack it with a disadvantage, though.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I'll still move. I'll move with a disadvantage.
All right. So,
And I'm gonna move down here.
Luck's been a lady tonight.
Rolling, dude? You're crazy.
All right, so you're moving there, and that means that I get to, let's see, this is Harum. Where's Harum? Harum.
He was...
I'm trying to find him in a tracker. There it is. Because I want to make sure I use the right guy. All right, and he's going to attack you with the scimitar. But he needs to do it with a disadvantage. Wasn't that that's what we agreed to, right?
Correct.
How can he miss Glump?
That's why it's disadvantage.
Please
I don't
roll
think
a
it's
1.
Glump.
Oh, that'd be so sweet if he hits Glump.
Wait, hold on. It's disadvantage, and it's also he's half cover, so it's both of
Yep,
those.
and I'm half cover, right?
Yeah. So that was that. So here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Luck be a lady tonight.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. So I don't know why you made that move, but it paid off. So there you go. All right. Noodle, it is your turn.
Yeah, I'm a little screwed at the moment.
Well,
you are. Yeah, if you were to move, there would be 3 opportunity attacks on you.
So,
Yeah.
Well, and the reason why I moved is that me and Skylar can both heal her if we need to.
But I don't know if I'm going to attack because I have moderate. I mean, I'm bloody, but I'm moderate. But these three things, I don't know.
What don't you know?
If we could.
You can heal yourself.
Right.
Oh,
But
by
that
the way,
would be
Nick,
my move.
Nick is completely silent, and you can't talk to her now.
Yeah, that's. I'm sorry. I just realized that.
So Noodle,
And I'm
you see Nick
aren't
move
I-
into place, but you see him move into place, but it is silent and it's weird, and you feel like you're surrounded by your party, but you're all alone.
It's so, deep, man. So am I blocking everyone else from these three little pubes? Right?
No, you're blocking, like, no one. Well, I mean, Skylar is willing to take the shot, right? So we'll just leave that, right? So he can hit Glump line of sight. He can hit Huron if he's willing to risk hitting you. He can't. No one can hit. Well, actually, that's not true. Nick can hit Hurl with risk of hitting you. Nick can hit Glump with line of sight.
And I can't move. I couldn't
can
move.
hit Glump and Hrum.
So
And I can't move south.
You can't.
I can't move south.
So here's what'll happen. If you moved south,
Yeah.
Hurl wouldn't have opportunity, but both Herm and Glump would have opportunity. If you move,
Okay, I guess I'm stuck here.
if you pushed this way, Glump would have opportunity, but these guys would not have opportunity. If you pushed this way, all three would have opportunity.
Okay, so
your
and
choice
then I'd
is
be out of the way, and more like Lil Zippy could get him. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Like,
well, Little Zippy can fly. I mean, like you guys can squeeze through. Like, it's not right. It would basically be the rough terrain.
I can hit and move. I can hit and move, right?
You can hit and move. If you hit and move, they will have opportunity attack. If you hit and stay, they will not have opportunity attack. Now,
I have to heal.
I say worth noting, when you last played, you had some of the biggest hits. I was surprised.
Well, what can I say?
Because you have spells too. You have
Yeah.
I thought it was this game. You have Guiding Bolt, right? Which was pretty badass, I thought.
Yeah. I need to heal myself, I think. I'm sorry. No.
Yeah, that's fine. I was actually, well, I can't.
So,
I can't.
by the way, Guiding Bolt is 4d6 damage, and it's radiant damage.
What is radiant damage again?
What does that mean?
So, like, if she hit Herm, it would also give damage to Hurl and Glump.
Oh,
That's
actually,
pretty cool.
yeah.
I'm gonna risk it then. Why not? What's the worst could happen?
Oh wait, let me make sure of that real quick, because I think I may have misled you. I want to make sure that radiant damage is not just type radiant and is actual radiant. So talk amongst yourselves and entertain.
I've never been this injured.
Well, you're the healer, because typically you're not.
Zippy been like fighting people tonight?
No,
Little-
he hasn't. Little
No.
Zippy's just hung out.
Yeah.
I have not touched him.
So he's just observing.
Yeah.
Okay, so radiant. I'm sorry. Radiant is not a radial. Radiant is a type of damage, but it delivers incredible damage and rarely is resisted.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Let me try that, because why not?
All right. So pick somebody. Just drag it to them.
Okay. Guiding
No,
bolt.
I can't suggest.
Yeah.
So I take it from the chain. Where do I grab it?
So see that little dice with a yellow box around it?
Yeah. I do.
drag that onto the character. And who are you going to hit? I'll target him for you.
Crumb.
All right, he's targeted. So just drag that little dice right on top of him.
Oh yeah.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Okay.
Oh, God.
One. So let's. So you guys are like fumbling. Oh wait, you have no inspiration left. I'm sorry. Cleave. One adjacent ally of yours to the target is struck instead by this attack.
Oh my God.
Equivalent to half of the inflicted damage. Round up. If there's no adjacent ally, you have disadvantage on your next attack. So do you have an adjacent ally? So Noodle, you need to choose, or you can let the dice do it.
Choosing.
All right, then roll. Then roll a D, and then roll a D4, and 1 and 2 is Nick, and 3 and 4 is Skylar.
Woo.
Oh my God. I'm sticking with healing.
It's okay. I've died before.
All right, so you're targeting Skylar. All right.
Sorry.
No worries.
I've died before. I do not mind dying again.
So you need to roll damage on him now. So take where's the damage at? So for your guiding bolt, it's the little lightning bolt. Roll it onto.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, roll it onto Skylar, and then whatever it comes, I'll give him back half.
It's a 4d6.
I know. So this is enough time. You don't want all 6s this time, just so you know. So go ahead and roll.
Yeah.
What do we got here?
Oh God! Thanks, right.
All right. So rounding up, I'm giving him back. You couldn't have done much better. Rolling back, I'm going to give him rounding up half. So he's going to take 4 instead of 7. So I'm going to give him back 3.
Oh my God.
Wait. Who did you roll that damage on?
Skylar.
No, he rolled on
rolled it on
Goblin.
Hrum. Yeah, it was on Hrum.
Okay, hold on.
He was
Leave it there.
targeted, that's why.
So Haram gets
Oh,
0, and Skylar gets 4.
Ooh.
Not horrible. Don't worry, Noodle. We'll save ya.
The good news is he can't cuss at you because he's in a zone of silence.
He's in the sound of silence.
All right.
Oh my God.
All right, little. So your choice now, Alicia. Where's Alicia? I'm sorry, Fabia. Zippy goes next to Fabia, or I can do this one. I'll give Fabia. What's Zippy's? 15. Fabia, you're also now a 15. So you have to choose either you or Zippy.
Okay. Wait.
So
How did
Zip.
do me and shoot an arrow at this guy in front of me?
That's what you tried to do last time. It went well. Oh, actually, it did go
By
well.
that he means, yeah, it did go well.
Eventually.
It did go well a second time.
Yeah.
Round 2, it went well.
All right. Yeah, you might be able to
see how I do.
So Goblin Boss Yig is like, looking at you, and he's like,
"Do your worst."
Oh my God, I thought it was gonna be a 1.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh no.
You did your worst.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But we can't hear it.
Yeah, that's right. That was all lost on you. I should have been like, so, you raise your bow and you see it hit him, and he's like, and that's the end of that. I do have to ask.
Max damage though.
I spent a couple of hours tweaking these voices. Are they better than they were before?
I like that one. Yeah, that was really good.
Okay, because I had before they sounded sort of robotic and whatever, and they annoyed me. So okay, cool. Fabia, you still have all of your movement, and I think you wisely decided to jet. All right, so now it's Hork's turn. Goblin Hork. Let's see, where's Hork at?
One of mine.
Oh, Hork. Yeah, so Hork, Hork's going to come out of the door and investigate.
Uh-oh.
Shit.
And door closes behind him. And the deal was that if this ring goes into the zone of silence, so he's now silented officially. So he goes to call back. He's like, "Hey!" But
There's people in here.
No one can hear him, right? But
And
he does.
We didn't see him come in.
No, Nick is, he hears nothing. But what he does do is he feels this longsword plunge between his ribs.
Tonight is bad.
But it's okay, because this guy only does a D8 plus 1 of piercing.
That's a lot for me, though.
Yeah, I know. I know it is.
You rolled kind of well for you.
So you got lucky because it could have been much worse. So Hork, Hork totally plunges his longsword into you, and you didn't hear anything. You just feel the pain, the searing heat of this thing coming into you, and just you scream out. But honestly, no one hears you. Although Skylar sees your eyes go wide and sees the end of the sword come out through your front.
Ugh.
Where are we at now? Frapp. Where's Frapp at? Oh, Frapp doesn't hear diddly. Not his turn. Hurl. Oh, our friend Hurl. So Hurl is in the zone of silence, and it may not surprise you that he brings his scimitar down upon Noodle once again.
No.
And as they used to say in Little League, big cut, no smell. This brings us to our barbarian friend.
Karen.
Who can't hear anything.
All right, I'm gonna swing at Yeg here.
Yeg indeed. The incredible edible Yeg. Well, I'd say that's a hit. Holy crap.
Good God. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the boss, like the badass goblin who was supposed to be the boss of all of these guys, explodes around you. And as he explodes, Karen, you notice that he's wearing a chef's hat and an apron. And while being the boss, was probably the boss of the dining area. Now, I don't know if you, with your turn, I guess Stank's not in range, right? In range, if I'm not mistaken.
You killed Gordon Ramsay. Or Goblin Ramsay.
This was gonna ask.
Goblin
I
Ramsay.
can move and then take my second attack, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. You have your move still, and then your second goddamn attack.
Yeah, right. Oh, well.
And misses. All right. Unless you're moving some more, that's the end of your turn. This brings us to Goblin Glump, who's silenced. He's got a decision to make. So he can hit any of the three of you, but he's been pounding on Noodle. His spidey sense says that Goblin Hork is a big bucket of badass and is probably going to take care of Nick. So he's coming down upon Noodle as a birthday present. And does hit.
God.
No.
So Noodle, you don't hear diddly, but you see Glump like just coming at you, and you could swear that he lips, we're having liver for dinner, and that ends his turn.
We got to get good initiative.
Goblin Stank. Stank is not thrilled about this scenario. He's just watched Karen like decimate his friends. So I'm really trying to think, what would this goblin do? It's watched his boss die. It's watched all of his friends die. I think he would play the odds. I think he would try to run. Possibly warn others. So let's see here.
I get an opportunity
Aaron
attack.
would get an opportunity attack, right?
He does. He absolutely gets an opportunity attack. All right, so I moved him. Go ahead and do your opportunity attack on Stank. Son of a bitch.
Oh my god.
So yeah, you got a critical hit.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So you guys see, so like I think we could all agree that Stank did the right thing, and it was like, to hell with this, and he's like trying to run away, and then like Karen just as he's exiting the zone of silence, you know, if anyone could have heard this, they would have heard, "Wah!" And that was the end of that, right? And you know, he falls dead to the ground. Thus ends Goblin Stank. Damn it. He could have alerted so many people. No.
Is Stank dead?
What's that?
Is Stank dead?
Stank is dead. So Stank, you know, Stank is dead, and you guys see come through the door, like Goblin Hort was like, what the hell was that? Sees his dead friend, like sort of patters through his corpse, and is like, holy shit. Realizes that maybe melee's not the right thing to do, so raises his bow at Karen. Does hit. Does some good damage. Partially resisted. Does 8, reduced to 4. But it's sort of befuddled because, you know, he hears the arrow leave his hands, but then just goes silent and like makes no sound. It's like super confused. That ends his turn. We are end of the round. This is round 7. Reminder, 3 rounds and that silence is gone. As weird as it's been. I need everyone to roll initiative.
All right.
And then when everyone's rolled, I'll start the next round. We got Karen, Noodle, Cyrus. That's not always bad to be at the bottom of the stack.
It's okay. It's okay.
When you're dying, it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. That's true. So everyone's good? Who'd I miss? Anyone? Oh, Zippy. There we go. All right. Speak now or forever hold your peace. I'm going to start the round.
Here we go.
All right, we're at the top of the round. It is Goblin Gurk's turn. You guys now have, let's see, who can talk? Right now... Oh shit, none of you can talk. So there's nothing to discuss at the top of the round because you're all silent. So where's Gurk? Gurk is up here. I don't think he would move because his friend just left the room. Never called back for help. So he's going to stick tight. Fabia, it is your turn. Now, you see just beyond Karen a goblin, Horp. You have no audible awareness of anything happening to the north, nor can you see anything happening to the north from where you stand. And I'll give you like 20 seconds to sort of figure something out. Oh, you're muted in case you're talking.
Yeah, you're muted, Alicia. And I don't know why.
Oh, and by the way, you can choose Fabia or you can choose Little Zippy because it'll take the 18. Yeah, so both of you guys.
Little Zippy's telling her what's going on, so she is aware.
Did you hit a button, Alicia, on the laptop? I can't hear you.
Yeah, none of us can hear you. Nick, translate for her so she doesn't have to panic and worry about it.
Uno momento.
I have no idea. Did he hide it?
Well, didn't I get myself into a pickle for being in that trap?
What's that?
Well, I think that if I wouldn't have undone that trap, that it would have blown up on me.
Yeah,
Right.
it would have, and they were aware of it, so they wouldn't have triggered it.
But they tried to do something with it, right?
Well, I think they wanted to exit that door, so that, like, your spidey sense says that they were disarming it so they could leave because
Yeah.
something was going on. All right, so it is Fabia's turn. And you can just type in the chat what you want to do if you want. Zippy can see, right? Yeah, Zippy can see. Yeah, Zippy can see and communicate with you. He knows what's going on up to his right. For your turn, you have to choose whether Zippy goes or Fabia goes. And so just type whether or not it's going to be Zippy or Fabia. I'm line of sight for. Am I line of sight? You are line of sight. No. Karen's blocking your way. You can see Horp. But you'd have to move past Karen to get a line of sight to Horp. If you step to the hallway, you could see more, but right now you don't see anything else. And you are literally experiencing silence because you can't talk right now.
Sorry.
I don't know what's going on there, but it looks pretty intense, Alicia. You just want to type what you want to do?
I think she's yelling about.
Does Fabia see line of? Does Fabia have line of sight of anything?
Oh, she can't hear me either. No, she does not have. So what I said was, I answered that question. She can see Horp, but she doesn't have line of sight to Horp. She has line of sight to nothing else because she's in a room and she needs to step into the hallway if she wants to do anything beyond what she can see.
You could have put that in the chat for her. Just saying.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I can also type.
Spicy. Sorry. Very
Can't she
spicy.
attack Hurl? That's line of sight.
Who? Hurl?
Could she squeeze past me in that opening to then have line of sight?
No, the one place that she can't squeeze is past you, Karen, because remember that was too thin for them. She could go up into the north, right? And then attack Hurl or whatever else. On your turn, you can push through and then flank. But yeah, she's as far as that goes, she can't really see anything. So I guess I need to type that. You can see Horp.
Yeah, for some reason I can't fully understand that, like, she's lost all audio.
You can see Horp on the side.
What if
Thank
you
you,
use
electronics.
some dope ass like elf half work synergy where she like jumps on my back and shoots from there?
Ooh. How tall are you? You're short, right? I would allow athletics. But she'd have to roll an athletics check to see if she leaps over you. I'm always up for that.
Okay. Uno momento.
Targets.
She can hear now, but she just can't talk.
Okay, so what
She
I
has
said
50% communication abilities.
All right, so as long as you can hear. What I said was you can see Horp, but you do not have line of sight. You're in a room, and you need to move forward 5 feet to see anything going on, and you cannot hear anything. You could leap over Karen with an athletics check, right? And if you got above I'd say difficulty 8, I would allow you to move past Karen. It would just use up half of your movement. And then you would be in front of Karen, roughly here, if you wanted to do that. And she has +5 athletics. So if you want to do that, that could be part of your move. Would you like to do that? Give me a thumbs up and roll the dice if you'd like to do that. Roll an athletics check. And I believe I said above what, an 8? Is that what I said?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So you just have to beat an 8. An 8 athletics. Into the old Chatterudy.
What?
And you're playing Fabia, right? So Noodle, what was this pause brought to us by?
This was brought to you by.
Sorry, I realized that my what was super loud.
It's all good.
She's doing the
something
athletics.
about Cyrus doing his rap.
Oh, shit.
Silence rap.
So she
Oh,
got
yeah,
it.
she just makes it, yeah.
So Fabia, runs forward. She gets half of her movement. Karen doesn't hear anything, but just feels like this like slight pressure pushing down as this wee elf flies over top of him and lands flawlessly. As she makes her way out of the cone of silence, the entire world goes, and she can hear everything. It's like her ears have unclogged from a flight, right? And all the first thing after all of that silence that she hears is,
Holy shit!
Ironically, because she also could not hear what was.
right? So you've landed. You've got you're in sort of the Avengers hero stance, right? And I'm guessing you raise your bow. And here we are.
Send it.
You hear little Zippy say, "Make it count." And it's a hit. So this move is made all the more glorious because as she comes up, she raises her bow and hurts him pretty bad. So this goblin is surprised, gutted, bewildered. Right, things are not going well for this little goblin. And that does end your turn, Fabia. All right, this brings us to Hork.
Wait. Oh, he's dead. Never mind.
So Hork.
Wait, there's Drung.
Yeah, so Hork, Hork has withdrawn his longsword from Nick. Only.
Oh, thank God.
To miss. So he misses. So Nick lives another round. Meanwhile, Goblin Fork, hears nothing, knows nothing. It's all silent. As far as he's concerned, everything's good to go. This brings us to Karen.
Save Noodle.
Now, Karen, are you gonna do an athletics jump over the top of Fabia?
We just have. It really is like an Avengers movie. We have to keep one-upping. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
I'm trying to find any excuse for Karen to get some awareness of what's going on, so I can go fight up there. But I can't think of any rational reason why Karen would know.
No, but the good news is you don't have to leap over Fabia. You could easily move past her. And then you'll have at least some awareness.
Yeah, it's just I don't know that I want to get stuck further in that room if this is like a half-dead single goblin in here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't been in that room, so you don't know what's in that room, actually.
Well, good point. Okay. Maybe I'll just go a little bit in and then throw an axe. Okay, I'll try that.
All right. So as Karen, as you run past Fabia again, you also hear zoop, like the world comes back and you hear all the ambient noise. You hear a battle off to your left, right? Just through that door that is sort of like partially silent, not the other half. Like argue like you're hearing some sounds come sneak past that little crevasse. And then off on your right, you see Goblin Horp. In the rest of the room, it just looks like some people have been eating, and there's bits of food spread here and there. Nothing too spectacular.
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna turn toward Hurl and head up there and bang on Hurl.
All right. So you still have. Let's see. What did you move? You moved 5, 10, 15. Yeah, I think you still have some good amount of movement. The room goes silent again. The door is open. You do see Hurl because the door is open, right? Because they went through it. And there you go.
Yeah.
And unsurprisingly, Karen comes down hard on Hurl. And does a little damage. Not as much as you'd hoped, but a little damage.
Gotta save some for the second swing.
Ooh, he's dead.
Missed.
Ah.
Yeah. So, what you do see, Karen, is you do see there's like a bucket of crap going on out there. You see 3 goblins, you see Noodle bleeding out. And you don't see, but you do actually you don't hear anything. So I'll leave it at that. All right, Frapp. What would Frapp do? Frapp wouldn't hear a thing. He's still in the other room. You guys know about him because of the rat. This brings us to Hrum, who's going to come down upon Karen, who just hit him. So that would be what I would expect to happen. Nothing happens. Ends his turn. Goblin Hojo. Where's Hojo? Hojo wouldn't have known to do anything either. They're just sort of hanging out in that room, right? And this brings us back to Noodle.
I have to heal myself.
Heal yourself.
I have no choice, but I had other things planned. All right, I have no choice. So, I'm going to heal myself. So, I don't know how to do that. Just cure wounds?
Under actions, you take cure wounds.
Is it cure wounds?
Yeah, and you just click it.
I don't have to hover it over me?
No, I think you can just click it.
Nice.
Hold on. You healed. You
healed from.
Yeah, because you had Hiram targeted. So okay, so it
How do
gave him.
untarget him?
Okay, let me give.
Control C or Control click.
So he's 7.
Him.
And I'm going to give you back 7,
Okay.
There you go.
Christy. So I'll give you back 7. So there you go. So you are now 7 healthier. So you went from heavy to moderate.
All right, so that ends my turn then, right?
Unless you want to move, but they have opportunity attack.
No.
Actually, Hurl wouldn't have opportunity attack because it's busy with Karen. The other ones would.
I'm gonna just I can't move.
This brings us to Glump. Where the hell's Glump?
Poop.
I see
I have
Glump.
big plans.
Yeah, and Glump, he's been pounding on you. Oh, and he hit you pretty hard.
Oh my god. Eesh.
So, you thank your gods that you healed, because if you hadn't healed, you potentially were dead.
I think that damaged me.
It should have damaged you.
No, you got 1 health. It didn't. Comparatively to what you healed, it didn't damage you at all, technically.
Yeah, no, you're good. I gave you that. I gave you all of your heal back. So, Horp raises its bow at Favia. And the arrow flies right past. Hurl goes after Karen. And frickin' misses.
Yes.
And it's now Skylar's turn.
Come on, Skylar.
All right.
You got this.
Skylar, right now you do have Herm targeted. If you roll a 1, you will hit Noodle.
Well, I'm gonna hit Kill Glump.
All right, so then let's untarget this guy. There you go.
Big.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
You got it?
Well, I picked up the wrong one.
Now you just got to roll some damage. So you do raise your bow, and it's completely silent.
Yes.
And you see this goblin's, intestines sort of like splay out a little bit. Not doing such a good, not feeling so good. We are getting to the end of our playtime, just as a heads up. We're approaching the end. Nick Maylock, you are up. So you know there's a goblin. You know there's something behind you because it keeps stabbing you in the back.
Yes.
I would argue at this point, Nick, you probably would have just like at least turned like that.
Yeah. So I see him. I was looking somewhere. So Blade Song. I know this is kind of contrary to the name, but it usually specifies with spells whether or not they're vocal or have some sort of like thing attached to them. Blade Song does not.
Okay.
Because it's a feat. So I was going to use Blade Song, but other than that, I'm pretty much everything else is vocal. So I'm or has some sort of like verbal attachment to it. So has some sort of sound to it. So I'm just gonna do Blade Song and then attack, and it lasts for 1 minute. I don't know how long that.
A 1 minute is 6 rounds.
Okay. So I will do that.
All right.
And
does that take an action?
It is a bonus action.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to attack.
You have 2
Hork.
targeted. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, do I? Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
And I'm gonna attack Hork.
Mm-hmm.
Baby.
Oh, I thought you had him for a second.
Ah, damn it. Okay.
Yeah, get rid of these people.
Feeble little man.
It's yeah, pretty much.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Nick, so then you
Ending
can
my turn.
I say, like, if you were to move, they'd have opportunity. Otherwise, okay, now it's Mr. Bing. So what Bing now sees is, like, Hurl, Hrum, Glump. He sees Noodle being laid out. Skylar's bleeding. Right, he has no idea what's happening elsewhere, but, like, he sees a whole lot of blood at this point.
I'm gonna hold, right? Because, like, we gotta vanquish these guys before, right? Does everyone agree?
Yeah, I would agree.
So Skylar
I would agree as well. Because if we alert the other hobgoblins.
Hold on. You guys can't talk. You're in a silence thing.
Oh yeah,
The only one who knows that is you, Nick.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm still gonna hold.
Can I do the end game, Doctor Strange, where he just holds up the one? We have one. Have one way that this will work.
All right, I'll allow it. So Skylar's gonna hold, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, Cyrus is gonna hold.
I'm sorry, Cyrus is gonna hold. All right, let's roll initiative, and then we can decide if you guys want to play this round or you want to stop.
I am so glad that wasn't a roll. A real roll.
Oh my god.
Ooh, a 3.
Oh my god, 3 1s. Jesus Christ.
That's a lot of 1s, man.
Get him out.
All right, Fabius isn't bad.
Cyrus.
Come on, little Zippy.
Mr. Silence and Noodle are at the top. I think that's everyone, right?
I got plans.
Oh yeah, that is everyone.
All right. So starting the round. So here's the question, you guys. Do you want to continue this round, see this through, or do you guys want to end for the night? Even though you're in silence, you're allowed to talk.
See it through.
I need to finish this.
Yeah.
Like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
All right. If everyone's good, I don't think it'll take long, but I just wanted to make sure that I was a good timekeeper. All right. So Hobgoblin Hork. He can't say diddly, but you do know, Nick, what he's gonna do.
Yeah, I do.
And hold on, I want to see what this is. He's got a nice thing.
Of course he does.
All right, so once per turn, the Hobgoblin can deal an extra 7 damage to a creature it hits with a weapon attack if that creature is within 5 feet of an ally of the Hobgoblin that isn't incapacitated. So Hork weighs the room and knows that if he hits you, Goblin Glump lets him give you an additional potential 2d6 of damage.
What's this?
So he attacks. And he does hit. So he's going to roll his first bit of damage.
Oh
shit, which is 7.
Holy crap. All right.
And he gets 2d6 of damage. So let me get my six-sided dice.
Come on, 2 1s.
So I'm going to remove another 6 from Nick Maylock. Where is Nick? So that puts you at 18. So you are now... So you guys see Nick crumple to the ground.
I'm incognito.
Which incidentally is wildly silent, kind of creepy, but also weirdly
God.
It's not unexpected, you guys.
Same.
So, the number of times
Spare
that Nick
the dying.
the number of times that Nick has like been surrounded by bad guys is laughable. So Hork is satisfied, and if you could hear him cackle, he would, but he can't. This brings us to Hurl. Hurl is in battle with Kieran, grabs his scimitar, boom, brings it down upon Kieran's head. And it's a swing and a miss. This brings us to Cyrus. And the last thing that Cyrus has seen is, like, he sees Skylar, and all of a sudden he sees all this blood splatter, right, just past Skylar. He has no idea whose blood it is.
Holding.
All right. End turn.
Holding!
Seen it through.
All right, Noodle.
So, is Nick, like, how many...
I'm dead.
How much...
I am incapacitated.
So I need to use Spare the Dying
Well,
on him.
no one can give you any advice because they're in a cone of silence.
I have to, because he's the worst off. I understand the consequences. But, all right, so that's what I'm going to do. It is what it's used for, right? I do have that, right? Touch
yes.
a creature that has 0 hit points and they become stable.
Yes, they no longer have to do a save.
Okay.
Now, no one can give you advice, but think it through.
I know, but dang. He's dead. Worse off than me.
They're in the dryer. I just washed them. Dry them.
Shut up, man. Tom, why you gotta do that?
They're in the...
Hurl, Hrum, and Glump. Where do they come up? Glump. We got Fabia and Lil Zippy before any of those people. So, yeah, that's what I have to do.
All right.
Because we got... One of them will kill one of them. I have made the worst choices ever tonight. But there is no dice or anything, so I don't understand that.
So Spare the Dying is easy enough. Spare the Dying, if you want to do Spare the Dying.
I think I have to.
It's instantaneous, so if you want to do that, then
Why do you keep saying why are you trying to hint?
So if you do spare the... Go ahead. So if you do spare the dying, he just no longer has to do a saving throw.
He's being a
then
big
what
brother.
happens?
That's what he's being.
No, but listen. I've thought this through because, and I am going to take a second, because the only people around me are Hurl, Crumb, and Glump, right?
Uh-huh.
The only one, Glump comes, oh, I don't know. I thought it through.
No one can help her. No one can say anything other than the GM. You can ask me all the questions you want, and I'll try to be a good big brother to you. But
No, that's not fair. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna do that because that is what she would do.
all right, so you're gonna cast it.
She would do that. That would be her character.
All right, you ready? So
yeah.
So you cast Spare the Dying, and boom, Nick now has 1 hit point. He's no longer. No, that's what Spare the Dying is.
Is that what that means?
Yeah, he no longer has saving throws. So Nick has 1 hit point. So he no longer.
No.
It used to be with that he had 3 turns where he would either die or live. So he had to get 3 successes before he got 3 failures, or he would be dead. So that is your action. Unless you want to move, that ends your turn.
No, I'm done.
All right, Goblin Stank.
That is what she would have done.
Probably, yeah. I think
Right?
you played it. I think you played it in character. All right, so hit next on your turn, and this takes us to Goblin Stank.
Okay. Where's the?
Or Goblin
Stank's dead.
Yeah, Goblin Stank. So Horp, pulls up the shotgun, pulls up his short bow again.
And you're gonna kill me now?
And this time he does hit Fabia, pretty well, and does some good damage to Fabia. So she's now moderately hurt, and he gets this sort of satisfied look. But he has something called Nimble Escape. So he's going to hide. So you guys now see, you see Goblin Horp as sort of like as they sort of get hit Fabia. Horp disappears. All right, and that ends his turn.
Oh, there. Okay.
Little Zippy, who hadn't done, let's be frank, anything this entire game.
That is true. He has not done.
Reminder: the ceilings. You're in an entryway. The ceilings are about 15 to 20 feet. It's not. He can't stay in flight, but he can fly over and whatever the hell he wants to do. He has awareness of everything that Fabia is experiencing, so he knows that this goblin just sort of disappeared. Also knows that there's some serious stuff going down in his periphery to the right. So either Zippy can go, or where's Fabia? Fabia.
Like in the dining hall, it looks like.
Yeah, so they're both a 13 then. So the way this works is whichever of them has the largest initiative, they get bundled. So either Fabia goes or Zippy goes. And Fabia, you have no targets right now. All right, so she's moving in. Boom.
Yes.
So it's a real cluster. So Zippy gets over there and realizes that there's, Noodles hurt really bad. Nick is dying. The 3 goblins around are dying. The one next to Karen is the most critical. Zippy knows all of these things. And there you go. So I'm assuming you're attacking. Yeah, I see you targeting. And I assume you're gonna attack?
Yeah, she hasn't attacked yet.
I see the targeting. I just don't know what's going on yet.
Oh, she's.
Oh, Jesus Christ! She's
Little
a
Zippy
barbarian.
Yeah, little Zippy is a barbarian, so she's raging, or he's raging.
She's learned her character. No. All right. All right. So was that the goal, or was that the? What is Wild Surge? I'm not even sure what that is. Wild Surge.
We'll find out.
It's a bummer that I can't hear her because I'm like all the stuff is happening. Third level magic enemy rolled inside you and sometimes it erupts.
I think Wild Surge is an energy drink.
Sounds like
Terrible.
all right. So did you cast it right? So what's it need? Okay, there we go.
Just energy drink. Yeah.
So attack. Okay. Now you get to roll the damage. Holy, that's a lot of dice.
Dead.
All right, so that one's dead, and then I think because of that she gets if I'm not mistaken, she gets another attack, right, Cliff?
No, that's Frenzy. Reckless attack lets you roll to hit with advantage.
Oh, there you go. All right, so dead, and I guess that must end Zippy's turn. Although Zippy has some movement left if it wants to move, depending on what it wants to do. All right, Fabia doesn't get to go because that was Zippy, so I'm going to hit next on that. This brings us to Hobgoblin Fork, because he don't give a fork. Again, he hears nothing. This zone of silence is held tight.
Yeah.
Herm. There we go. Herm has been targeting, chiseling away at Kieran. He's going to try one last time in hopes that... Oh, wait a minute. Herm. No, Herm's going after Noodle.
No.
And
Do
misses.
it.
Nice job,
That's
Noodle.
right.
Hobgoblin Glurk. Where's Glurk? Glurk still... Because that cone of silence is still held. If that thing had come down, these guys would be coming out to attack. But unfortunately for them, nothing's happened. This brings us to Kieran. I have a feeling I know what's going to happen here.
Ooh.
Yes.
Holy hell.
Kill them. Dead.
Oh,
Kill
Jesus.
them all. Yes.
So, Kieran smashes this thing into pulp, and you see Herm's eyes just light up because, like, it kind of thought it had the upper hand, but suddenly is now surrounded by its dead foes, and it's really questioning its life choices. And let me approve your move. So Kieran steps onto the corpse of the previous foe. Connects again.
Oh. Finally.
I should have listened to Clark.
I'm gonna give a potion to a healing potion to Nick.
So you're gonna heal Nick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With
So
a potion.
drag. Yeah. With the okay. So drag it onto Nick. Just drag the little green plus onto Nick. Then.
1 second, I was gonna get to my inventory and find it.
You do have one, right?
Yeah. I'm just looking for it.
Yeah, I don't see it in your
Yeah, it's
stuff.
right there. 3 potions of healing backpack.
Potions of healing inventory. But it's not in your. Why is it not in your actions though? Do you see it in your actions?
No, it's in my
yeah.
backpack.
Hold on, let me add it to your actions. Hold on.
Sorry.
That didn't do shit. Okay, so all you need to do is roll 2d4 plus 2. And that'll tell us what he gets back. So click your
So
D4, well, hit the plus 2,
Yeah.
and then click your D4, then click your right button, that'll give you a second one, and then drop it. So that's 3 plus 2 is 5. Okay, so let me give 5 back to that's healed. That healed Nick.
Sweet, I'm at half health.
Well, you're at.
Yeah.
So that gives you back 10. So now you're only heavily damaged.
Yeah.
All right, that was you can move without incident, Skylar, if you want to move at all. Otherwise, that ends your turn. All right, Frap.
Worse. Where's
So-
that guy?
So Frap can't hear anything. And this brings us to Hojo, who now can't hear anything, but you'll be very disappointed in the next round potentially. This brings us to Nick Maylock,
So
who has some soul searching to do.
I'm still lying on the ground, and I cough up blood, regaining consciousness. And through coughing up blood, I say, "'Tis but a scratch."
In the cone of silence.
Yeah,
Yes.
of course. All he sees is your lips. He sees your lips moving, but he has no idea what you're saying. And he's just
And
picturing
grab-
himself stomping on your skull.
and grab Hork with a shocking grasp,
Ooh.
or not.
No.
And so you reach out for Hork. And you're like, you're so weak from being previously dead that you're just like, you're like a 90-year-old man fumbling for his fake teeth in the night as he goes to potty. Alas, unless you want to move and risk an opportunity attack, which is a thing that you may want to consider. That is the end of that.
I cannot move, so I will move on.
All right, round 9. Please roll for initiative.
Jesus.
You guys this is so close to over. I can't believe this silence has lasted for 10 rounds. I mean, like we're at like round 9.
I know, right?
Honestly, I think if Cyrus hadn't cast silence, you all might be dead.
Yeah. One of us was, even with silence.
Well,
All
you
right.
know what? That is a dumbass. They need to rename that. If
Silence?
you want my opinion, it's not. You don't figure the dying. Kiss my ass.
Well, no, you
All
literally did
Well-
spare the dying, like he was dying.
No, because
Yeah, but you should get more than one. That's jacked up.
No, typically you do that
Well, no,
when they're out of saving throws.
no. To be fair, I would rather not have the saving throws and have 1 HP, because there's still a chance of. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
knock on wood. There's still a chance of
I'll
Hork
give you-
missing.
I'll give you some.
I'm gonna stick with what I know.
I'll give you some side advice. Spare the dying is good when Nick looks like he may not succeed his saving throws, and you're like, holy shit, this guy's gonna die. I better get him. He still had 3 savings. There was potentially
I still
up to
had 3
5
chances.
more rounds before he would be dead.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's-
okay.
that's true.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
All right, so I'm gonna start the
All
round.
right.
It looks like we've got
Yeah.
Fabia's number 1, which means that her and Zippy are number 1. Let me bring Zippy up. Where's Zippy? Zipster. Zip. I'm not finding Zippy. Oh, there he is. So Fabia's 21. Jesus. So he's also at 21. So your choice is Zippy or Fabia. Whichever one of you wants to go. If it's Zippy, you know what? I'll just drag it to Zippy and assume that, and then you can decide what you want to do next. So it's now.
Is Herm still alive?
Who?
Herm?
No. The only one who's alive that you're aware of is Hobgoblin Hork.
Okay.
We gotta leave room for Karen to come in too.
Yeah.
So
Which
Zippy.
we never had that conversation.
So Zippy doesn't quite. He's not adjacent, so there's no melee. He'd have to move closer. So he's gonna go between. Ooh, he's gonna run interference. Look at that.
Nice.
You owe your wife a back rub.
I
All
do.
right. and it's targeting. It looks like it's targeting Hork. And Hork's like sort of swatting at this thing like it's a mosquito. Let's see what happens with little Zippy. Completely silent, as is our way. And
nice.
Poisoned. So it does hit and does hurt. Holy smokes. And does 16 points of damage. Which doesn't kill it, which gives you a little bit of indication this guy's pretty badass, but he is critical. So you don't hear anything, but you do see him stagger. Fabia, it's no longer, you have to move past your turn because it is not your turn. Hobgoblin Frap hears nothing because, damn it, Hork is still in that cone of silence. Hold on, I'm going to roll a quick 20 to see if any of them randomly would even explore anything, and not really. So I'm hitting next. Skylar, you are up. You don't have line of sight to anything. Though I will give you a favor and I'll untarget the dead. You could move on. You could move around easily to the other side of Hork in your turn if you wanted to. All right, well, that's 5.
This is still the entry hall.
Kinda. You did draw the love of an awful lot of people, though. All right, so you've moved in and you're attacking. It looks like, and you do miss.
I'm gonna use my luck.
How many lucks? Oh, you get 3. Yeah, you're gonna use your luck again.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I gotta save Nick. I gotta mark my luck. Give me a second. Right,
sure thing.
Yo. Oh yeah.
Oh, and you do hit, so your luck pays off. It's a strong hit. Let's see what kind of damage it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Skylar comes in and cleans house. Now, you hear nothing. You just see this hobgoblin like drop to the ground. Now, Nick, you're pretty relieved, and you're thinking to yourself, how many did that rat see? It saw 1, 2, 3, 4 hobgoblins ahead. So there you are. All of the foes, you are now out of combat. This was, what was it? The banquet hall. So let me give you guys your experience, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do next and end the session. So this would be the banquet hall, and this would be. I can't give you the other one because it's not done yet. So that's done. Let me go ahead and award this for you and see what happens. Enjoy the sounds. And let's see, did anyone level up? Did anyone level up? No one leveled up yet, so that's okay. But it gets harder to level up. But you have a lot of good stuff. Yeah, you were out of combat. Let me get rid of the dead at this point. So that would be unconscious. All right, so think about, we're going to end here. Any questions or comments before we play? So
had anything on them?
Yeah, they didn't drop anything.
Do I know anything more about the hobgoblins now being up close, though dead?
Roll an investigation.
Sure.
By the time Mark is back, he will have been casting silence for 8
Yeah.
weeks.
No, exactly.
Yeah, right.
Well, it only 8. Yeah, so you don't honestly like. There's nothing
Yeah.
other than like there's a dead hobgoblin.
Right.
So I will say, I don't know how you guys want to.
And also me being dead, like I wasn't privy to him much.
So
I don't feel like-
Fabia. Here's what you know, Fabia. You know that you assume that this hobgoblin like Horp exited through that door, so it's hurt and alive. Karen and everyone, like you were surrounded by dead bodies. Like there's nothing in sort of the immediate area that is at risk. You're still sort of philosophically in combat because the rat let you know there were some people ahead.
Yeah.
That could potentially come down, but you're for the most part you're somewhat safe. Like you could easily move back out with Cyrus, and it's silent, right? So like it wouldn't draw the hobgoblins necessarily. I just want to know how you guys want to like. What's your last moves? Or how do you want to park yourselves for the next session?
You need to heal up somehow.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to regroup with Cyrus or something, or?
The only thing I can think of is like letting us know somehow that, hey, Cyrus, you're good. You can let down the silence, and we can come outside.
Well, I'll let you
just
move.
kind of regroup.
Yeah, if you're not moving towards the hobgoblins that you've discovered, then
Yeah.
we can just move you all. Like if you want, I can just move you guys like this.
Yeah,
That's
at least outside, away from all the sound. I mean, away from us actually like doing some sort of sound that would alert them in any way.
So, and is Cyrus going to drop his silence at this point?
Can we heal? Can we heal in the silence?
Yeah.
Let's heal
Yeah,
in the silence.
So here's your
Yeah,
choices. This is what I wanted to talk to you about. Like, so this is your choices. You guys can use potions, and then it rolls at like up to X number of dice worth of healing points. You can do a short rest, which does a similar thing, which is like 2 hours, but someone needs to stand guard, and you might want to find someplace a little bit more away from everybody than right there, because there's a chance that for a short rest, which is like 2 to 3 hours, that a hobgoblin. I'm going to roll some dice and see if any of those hobgoblin come out and see you. Right? That silence will effectively. I mean, honestly, unless you guys are heading to the hobgoblins, that silence spell is now expired.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to erase it, and silence is no longer a thing. There we go. There's that, and it should disappear now. So you guys hear birds chirping, and like life is sort of going on. And you guys look around, and you guys are like a ragtag bunch. Like Nick is super hurt, Noodle's super hurt, right? Fabia's like had better days. Karen and Skylar are like whatever, and like Cyrus is just like holy shit.
I feel like Cyrus is like, what the fuck happened to you guys in there?
In your defense, you've now dispatched like 20-something goblins, right?
Right.
So it all worked out. So we'll pick up here next time. So next time you're aware of you're aware of some hobgoblins. They're not in range. You've not healed yet. You need to decide what you want to do from a healing perspective.
Right.
Noodle has learned that spare the dying is super powerful, but also timing is everything, right?
Yeah. Well, I didn't know.
A long rest would require that you literally leave the castle for 8 hours. That's how the only way you're going to heal and get all your spell slots back is a long rest, right? A short rest, you could find, just a little place to sort of like hide away for a couple of hours. That doesn't give you your spell slots back. It does give you some healing back. If you're a warlock, it gives you your spell slots back. I don't think any of you are. Excuse me. I don't think any of you are warlocks.
But it would be. I don't want to say in front of the game master over there. So.
Here, I'll take off my headphones. Say what you want to say.
So, because I don't want to give him any ammunition, but is that long enough for them to wander around and see that somebody was there? You know what I mean? So I don't want to take even a short. Okay, you get me.
The only thing I would think of is that if we have some of our tracker folk, i.e. Favia, i.e. Karen, clean up our tracks of where we go, so that they could be like, oh, who killed all these goblins? And then the closest they get is they walk outside the castle and be like, we can't find them, kind of thing.
Okay.
Because goblins are, I think, at their heart, they are a tracking pack, much like how orcs and the other nature-going folk are. So if we do, like, I do agree that we need to leave the castle to kind of regroup and get the spells back. That, because I do believe that with those, I mean, not necessarily with the hobgoblins, but because there's not hobgoblins and goblins to deal with now, it's just hobgoblins, so we would be able to take care of them. But they...
Someone thumbs up me when I can talk again, or when I can put my headphones back on.
Yeah, so I do agree that we should hang on just a second. I think Alicia is
Yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I did remember one thing. You had, you basically had another, it was 10 rounds, so it's like roughly 10 minutes. You have about another minute if you guys wanted to use that silence to do anything with bodies or anything you're going to make noise with. You have about an extra minute to do that.
Yeah,
that I'll give you because, you know, we cleared that scale. After that minute, silence goes away.
We were just talking about clearing the
put my
body.
headphones on? Okay. Were that your signals I could put my headphones on or not? Were you saying, Nick?
I don't know if we're done.
Oh, okay, because I saw Nick put his headphones on. I'll take them off. Someone give me a thumbs up when I can do this.
Okay.
Why don't we clear the bodies?
I will. What's up?
Let's clear the bodies out.
What do you
There's
want to say?
still going to be all that guts. I mean, it's not like we have a hose.
Yeah, I think we would have to have like some deep skills and hazmat site cleanup or something for the carnage that we just.
Yeah. Say, Alicia, can you? So, here, you wear the good.
Wonder what they're saying.
I think we should drag all the bodies into one of the towers and use potions to heal, so we don't take a whole lot of time for them to discover what we've done.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking definitely let's just burn all of our potions to heal up.
Yeah. Yeah, I looked at my inventory, so if you guys don't have any, or if you need, I have some.
I know Zippy has 5.
Yeah,
I didn't look at mine, but
Everybody should
Zippy
have a
has
bunch.
5
Okay. I like that idea.
potions. So that's what I vote. We just throw all
Okay.
those bodies in the tower.
Yeah.
I'm in.
All right. All right, Tom.
All right. You're good, Tom.
Am I? Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. What's your plan? You guys heard me say that you could have one, like another 1 minute of like time, right? For silence.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So, Alicia, do you want to also type to make sure that we don't miss any of that? So pretty much what we have decided is that we are going to drag some of the bodies into a tower.
Okay. Which bodies? So the ones
The
that
dead one?
The dead ones.
I'll say the ones to the south. You could probably, I would say that would take about 15-20 seconds if you're hustling to like just drag the ones to the south. The ones to the north, you could drag all of the bodies. Oops, I didn't mean to right there. You could drag all of the bodies except for what was his name? Was it Herm?
Horp.
Horp.
The hobgoblin?
No, he was in silence. There was one right here that was dead. So the only thing that you would need to do, so it's like I would just need someone to roll a stealth to see if that silence, if you do anything like drop his body.
Yeah. Okay.
Otherwise, I'll let you say that like you put all the bodies into 2 towers in that minute, but just whoever your strongest stealth person is needs to roll.
So actually, I remember us saying at the beginning of this that goblins are fans of fighting amongst each other and potentially killing one another.
So just
So
let
if
him
we
go.
if we leave one, somebody stole his sandwich, and
Well-
he didn't really get off so easily.
To be fair, I think so. Like your sort of passive intelligence would tell you that while they fight in Roughhouse, they don't necessarily kill each other. I never said they kill each other, right? Also, at some point, I think it's worth acknowledging that when all of the guards go missing, the first place they're going to look is those towers.
Yeah.
Right. So I think you can buy yourself some time, but you're definitely not. You're not going to get a long rest out of it if that's what you guys are after.
No,
See,
we
this
didn't.
is where-
That's not.
Okay.
This is where a bag of holding comes in very handy.
You can start to store bodies.
Somebody should have bought a mop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had flu.
Yeah.
I was honestly thinking that when you guys were like, we're gonna store our bodies, I'm like, there's gonna be so much, like, there's just pools of blood, right?
Yeah. You see all the drag trails, like the drag trails of body.
Yeah.
Oh, just
Not gonna be
follow
suspicious
this
at all.
blood trail. Yeah, right.
So I think you can buy her some time. Like, if someone looks out the door, it's probably maybe okay, right? Because it's not lit. Like, that was pretty clear, right? It wasn't like a lit area. But for the most part, yeah, you've bought yourself enough time to maybe do a little heal up or maybe disappear into a different part of the castle. But probably not so long that you're going to, like, if anyone, when I'm rolling for those hobgoblins to, like, see if they ever leave that room, at some point someone's going to leave the room and go, like, where the hell is everybody?
Where the hell is
Yeah,
everybody?
I think the main thing is for us to
Where all
just
this blood come
chug
from?
some potions real quick.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
All right, so we'll do that. We'll roll the potions next time. Let's call it a night on this one, and we'll have some fun healing up on the next round.
Oh my god.
The bodies are. I just need one stealth roll just to make sure that no one drops this guy that was in that one. There's one that was not in the silence. Who's your most stealthy person?
We're just gonna put some wood over him and just leave him. Like,
I'll accept
isn't
that.
he
Like,
smashed?
yeah, he was pretty smashed. Yeah, I'll give you some. Like, you throw a little,
Yeah, we're
throw
just
a
gonna
blanket.
kind of
Okay.
place one of those pallets over him and.
All right. I will accept that.
Yeah.
That seems reasonable, right?
Some of that old grain. Well, no, we can go in that. There's hobgoblins in there.
All right. Yeah. And so where do you guys want to end?
Or
So
some
you
of
guys,
that rubble.
you've moved all of the bodies. Where do you want to be when we start next time?
Why not outside where we are right now?
There's outside. There's the tower. There's that old banquet room.
Ooh, banquet room could be good. Let's go in the banquet room.
Out of the way.
No, there's three ways into that. That's,
Yeah. True.
So if we go into that banquet room, we pretty much could be in the same boat that we were in before. I say just outside because there's only one way that they could come.
Yeah,
at least that we know. At least that we know of without seeing.
Yeah.
So we drink some
right.
monsters and drink some rock stars real quick, or whatever your energy drink preference is, and then get right back into the thick of it.
All right.
The only good thing about the banquet hall, even though there's three-way in, they're all doors, so we can basically get surprise attacks on everyone coming in.
If we I mean, if we want to specify that we close the doors.
Yeah.
I let you guys eat it. This is your call. As soon as you make the call, the game is done for the night. So I just need a vote.
How squeaky are those doors?
Yeah.
We can stay outside. It's fine.
Yeah, we'll be outside. I'm for outside.
That's fine.
We are.
Yep. Okay.
Gather up.
Awesome.
Gather up.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Thomas.
Avengers.
Thank you.
Elegant.
Until next time on the Elegant Eights.
Until next time. This is
Until
fun.
next time.
This is a great.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it was.
Awesome.
It was.
All right, guys. Well, thank you. Thanks for playing. We'll see you next time around. Cheers.
Have a good one, guys. All right.
Bye.
Later.